Welcome to the Blind Wave podcast.
Blind Wave podcast. That's it.
Yes, where we currently are celebrating the hype train.
Hype train.
Level 1's already been defeated.
Already?
Thank you guys so much. We just
Dang,
started.
you guys.
It's been crazy.
Let there be light.
Calvin is blinded
Looks better.
by the light.
I don't. Let me check.
Hope everyone's doing well. Can't
better.
hear you. Eric,
All
do you
right.
not have your mic plugged in?
Good stuff.
Or just not in front of you?
It wasn't plugged in.
Plugged in now.
It's plugged in now. Eric was not attached, so now he is.
Hi. Hope you can hear me. This is a repeat of what happened to me last stream.
Is it?
Audio issues.
Audio issues. Eric, did you finish your game?
No.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you were gonna beat it.
First half hour was spent with technical difficulties, and then I played the game, and then I got to a point where I'm like, man, it's already 9 o'clock, and they're like, if you stop here, it'll make for a good stream next time. I'm like, all right, I'll do that.
Good.
All right.
Good.
There
It
you
was
go.
a crazy day yesterday.
I thought we were both gonna beat our games.
Nope.
Rick, why are you standing up?
You beat your game.
Oh, you're showing your shirt.
Yeah, I should have
Yeah.
shot my shirt.
Okay.
Fantastic shirt. Aaron, you beat your game, though.
I did.
Good
And
job.
I'm in the middle of trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I currently have a tweet out on my Twitter, and then I shared it on Blindwave's Twitter too.
Yeah.
Of recommendations for games.
I have a recommendation.
What is that, Rick?
Dwarf Fortress.
No, Rick. I want an interesting game.
Oh, that is the most interesting
Rick,
game.
what would I have to do in that game?
Huh?
What do I do in that game?
You manage
No.
a civilization.
As basic as you can, what am I looking at?
Dwarves.
That is. As basic as you can get, you manage a civilization.
You have to
Isn't
read,
it
Aaron.
words? It's words.
There
It's like a
are
damn book.
words. It's mostly numbers, though.
It's reading the game.
To
You
be
ain't
fair.
tricking me.
Mostly numbers.
No. I don't know about that. I feel like I'd fail anyway. It'd
That's
be
the
terrible.
game where, like, they couldn't find out what was going on with, like, the cats.
Cats.
Is that right?
The catfish?
No,
yeah.
like the cats.
There's a cat thing where, like, if you get a cat and then, like, more cats appear, and then, like, you can't kill the cats because then it makes the dwarves sad or something. Crazy thing.
I mean, the cats don't just appear. They multiply.
Well, you
as
gotta get a
do-
cat. Rick, cats appear. That's how you get a cat. The first cat you get just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then the cats after that
In fact,
all come from that cat who
really,
somehow made more cats.
You should bring cats with you because you need to take care of that rat population or it will fuck you in the ass.
I
Dwarf
don't know about
Fortress is
the rat.
amazing. Everybody play it.
I don't know anything about rat population.
Aaron is not going to be able to beat a Persona game in however many weeks.
Yes.
So-
I also have seven streams of playing before
Yeah.
October Scream stream, and
Gotcha.
I want to make sure I'm ready for October Scream stream. So I'm looking for something to fill 7 weeks. Some people have said Pokemon Nuzlocke, which may be fun. I also thought about doing a XCOM Chimera Squad, which could be fun. I've also thought about doing Warcraft 3 campaign because I've never played the Warcraft 3 game. That might be fun, but I don't know.
Command and Conquer Red Alert. Then when does that new Tony Hawk game come out? It's soon. Well, not new, but a
And
remake.
it's not soon enough.
Did you played the Tony Hawk games, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I heard it's good. Finally, thank God, because Tony Hawk HD was an abomination. It's great that those games are getting the love they deserve. Now, if only they could remake the Silent Hill games in HD properly.
Yeah. Bioshock's been mentioned. I've seen that one too. Mass Effect, I probably wouldn't finish in 7 streams, so I can't do that one. And then any of the Bloodborne, Dark Souls games, I'll get to eventually, maybe in November or something after Scream stream.
7
So,
streams is a tough number because it's not short for short games, but it's not long enough for The Witcher 3.
Well, no, Rick, but nothing is long enough for The Witcher 3.
So I want to tell you the story of what happened to the cats in Dwarf Fortress because I read this. It's the only thing I know about the game, and it's amazing.
All right.
So in late 2015, players started finding dead cats everywhere, and like a lot of dead cats, and they had no idea because the game you just program and it just plays itself out, and they had no idea. There's no real nice way of saying this. They were finding the cats covered in their own vomit, dead,
Yep.
like a ton of cats, and it turned out that per the coding of the game, the the patch note they have to fix this was stopped cats from dying of alcohol poisoning after walking over damp cavern floors and then cleaning themselves.
Yep. Yeah.
So that happened in the game, but just because of the programming, they had no idea what was causing it.
That
So-
is like
that funny?
the level of detail that game goes to
Yeah.
is incredible.
crazy.
Because if you're playing just the base version, you're dealing with ASCII.
ASCII.
Yeah. So like a dwarf is a D. You know, there's no like pictures or anything. So these cats are just moving around as ASCII characters on the screen, but they can get wet from beer that is spilled on the floor. They clean themselves. Like it's the best game.
This is weird, Rick.
It's the best.
Yep.
It reminds me of I don't know. I think we talked about it before. World of Warcraft. They had a plague once.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it when the pandemic stuff was happening too, where they were working on trying to like use it as an example of like spreading, because there was a dungeon that had this debuff that would slowly make you die, and you had to heal through it and stuff. But the thing they didn't account for was hunter pets getting the disease, and whenever you leave the dungeon, you're cleared of it, but the hunter pets weren't. So then they would go into the real world, and then the hunter pets started spreading the disease to people in the city.
Oh my
And then it
gosh.
just started spreading among, and it was just killing cities, like just killing off capital cities in World of Warcraft. It was great.
Gosh, that's
Funny thing.
terrifying.
We're not uploading anything, are we?
Not to my
no.
knowledge, not
Okay.
on this internet. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Right now, beating Dark Souls, good game, a lot of fun. I had 235 deaths, I
Oh.
think, over the course of my 54 hours of playing it.
Yeah.
That's a nice round number.
It seemed okay, I guess.
I played Half-Life for much less and died much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people said I was too patient or cautious,
Oh,
which
okay.
I remember playing Demon Souls, and like I'd be coming around a thing and a giant boulder just crushed me.
Yeah.
So like I didn't trust like anything in this game. Like I'm like fucking just walking around. I see a bloodstain. I run over to the bloodstain. I hit the button to see how that person died, and watch it. Most of the time they fell off a cliff, which I understand because I fell off plenty of cliffs.
You've got to be
Yeah.
one of the most cautious players I've ever seen. The amount of time you've spent in Metal Gear lockers.
I guess that's true, huh? There would be like alarms would go off. I'd be hiding in the locker the whole time, and then I'd get out and go up, and one guy would see me. I'd run over, hide in the locker, and wait another like 2 minutes for that.
I'm
cat
pretty
to
sure
go.
you waited for like 2 hours in Siren,
Dude, Siren is a scary
hiding
game.
under that desk.
Dude, I didn't do well in scary games before.
Yeah.
Like Scream Stream pushed me to where like I probably would never beat Outlast or Amnesia or Soma or some of these games because they probably would have scared me too much. But yeah, it's yeah. Siren was one of my first ones. That and Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2. I know Rick's played it, right?
Oh yeah,
Like I remember like
love that game.
starting it. I'm on a road. I go down to like a beach. I go into some fog. I hear noises. I stopped playing because they scared me. I didn't even see a thing. No creatures attacked me. Nothing. I got scared and left. Turned everything off. But
Yeah.
I was also playing stupidly. I was playing in the dark with my windows open. We lived in the woods, so I'm like freaking out, like looking at my windows. Shouldn't have done that.
Still one of the most disturbing games ever made.
Yeah, but I've gotten better now. So I've beaten lots of scary games, and I think Stream helps push me through some games where like I do a lot of multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the single player games that I might not have finished, I'm like I gotta finish it for the stream. I gotta do it. So luckily,
Evie has no fear. I'm showing her Amnesia. She giggles. She cackles.
cackles at you or what?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
She is. She was very excited about the prospect of the invisible piranha.
Oh, the water thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. Who here has played? Have you played Amnesia, Eric?
No.
You should play Amnesia.
Yeah?
For Scream Stream. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
It's a great game.
That'd be fun.
I love it. It's like probably one of my favorite like scary kind of
Yeah.
games. It's
Okay.
great.
I'll do that.
So
It's a good one.
My next stream of Last of Us 2 on Wednesday should be my last one, so
Okay.
I gotta decide what I'm gonna do after that.
I don't know if I can continue playing Deadly Premonition 2.
why?
They patched it.
They
fixed
fixed
the frame
everything
rate.
that was good.
They keep fixing it. They're
keep
fixing all the
fixing
bad
it.
stuff, making it better. It's awful.
I think I still have a ways to go though. It should last me until Cyberpunk, probably.
Yeah.
Or
Calvin
thereabouts.
has Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
Has that been going okay?
It's been going great. Yeah, I'm loving it.
I watched you do something like you were like gonna make something explode and you're running away.
Yeah, I was probably burning down a logging camp.
Yeah. But you won't be streaming next week, right?
Nope, I won't be streaming next week. I'll be out of town visiting Carmen's parents' family. And probably won't be streaming the week after because I'll be self-quarantining.
So no streams from Calvin. but
Not
we'll
for a
have,
while.
We'll have plenty of Deadly Premonition with Rick.
Oh, yeah.
And then some unknown stuff from me and Eric, I guess. I
Yep.
don't know what we're gonna do. We'll
I
find
might
out.
take up those slots with some more Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the best, Jerry.
The best.
So I want to talk about best things of the week because there's been a number of them for me.
Okay.
I want to talk about the latest poll winner. So you guys can vote on our movie reactions over at patreon.com/BuyAndWay for
You
whatever you
can.
want to choose. And thank God, chat pulled through for me. Usually, it is nothing but disappointment when it comes to Berserk.
Yeah.
But we got The Room.
We did. We got what I wanted.
Oh, I took my stuff
What Rick
home.
wanted.
Good. Good.
I could have showed chat.
You could have. The Room won by like 10 votes.
It's the closest poll we've ever run.
It is. The reaction was everything I could have dreamed for, and more.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Did we give any kind of tease for it, or I had a hell of a night last night?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much we want to say. We should hype it up a little bit.
It is the most different reaction I feel like we've ever done.
It's pretty different.
So, hopefully it turns out good. I'm excited to see how the video looks.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we still need to sign it to an editor, by the way.
Oh.
That poor editor. It was definitely the most different. You're gonna want to watch it, and if you've never seen The Room, don't just watch the reaction.
No, definitely see it. It is something. It's something to be seen and shared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe don't watch it alone.
No.
Rick,
No,
something
don't watch it alone.
something that I just learned last night, which I know you will be very, very excited about. Carmen has never seen it.
Oh God, I've got another one.
That poor girl.
He's got another one on the line.
You're gonna lose her, Calvin.
But we definitely have to have a room
No.
screening at next year's WaveCon.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna watch The Room at WaveCon.
Oh, that'd
Like-
be great.
Wow.
where there was a couch and playing Bollywood movies last WaveCon, there will be a couch playing The Room on loop next
Well,
WaveCon.
Calvin, you're gonna take Carmen over to Rick. Then you guys are gonna watch The Room, and she's gonna leave you.
No,
You like, I'm done.
she's just not gonna
You
go
guys
back
do
to
this?
Rick's ever.
This is what you guys watch.
It's not like I'm showing her Neil Breen.
No, that would be something.
You have to
I
sign
would-
a release before you watch one of those.
Yeah.
You will not hold the displayer responsible for.
When I sat down to
Any
watch
mental anguish.
that movie, I was like, we were 11 votes away from watching Hamilton.
Yep. I could tell you were upset. It's like, damn it, this beat Hamilton.
And I really
But it's
wanna-
probably a better reaction.
I really want to watch Hamilton, but there are
No,
few better
I understand.
reactions than people watching The Room.
It's probably better this way. If Hamilton ever does win, then you're not going to be like immediately biased. Like, I'm watching this, not The Room, you know? So it's probably better this way.
well, but I
Yeah.
do that for every single anime that
That's
wins that
true.
isn't Berserk.
That's true.
I'm watching
I-
this, not Berserk. Yeah, but you haven't seen a lot of these, which is
Yeah.
good.
True.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I've never seen Disaster Artist either, so I don't know.
That was certainly one of the best parts of the week.
Yeah.
We had a
Definitely.
best part of, 3 weeks ago that we haven't been able to talk about until
It's
now.
so long.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a long time.
It was
Finally,
uh,
we can talk about it.
But yeah, hopefully all of you have seen our opening to the Promised Neverland that we did, which was a long time coming because in that reaction series, there's a sax part of the opening, and Aaron at one point, I don't know, episode 2 or 3, was like, I should bring my sax in and play during this part. I'm like, oh, that would be cool. And then just week after week after week, he just never brought it in.
Well, it was a long time coming. I don't want to give the impression that we had the opening planned
No,
very far in advance.
no.
we did
so-
not.
Oh.
Because as with most things, we were like, you know what, I think might be a good
Yeah.
idea.
I was
So
like,
we
hey, this would
did
be
that
funny.
thing.
And we're sitting there like, yeah. And then, of course, we're like, well, let's go further and further and further. I was like, God damn it, we're going to have to block out some schedule time for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so funny.
I did have, I had my saxophone hidden for like the last episode.
Yeah, you did.
Ready
Told me.
to pull out. But then fucking Calvin and Eric both found it. So I'm like, well, damn it,
Just
all
on the
right.
table.
And then we're like, well, let's do a music video thing with this and do this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all right, fine, that'll work. Let's make an awesome video because
Yeah.
I can't surprise you fucks anymore. I snuck in early, hit it, put it underneath there with everything, trying to hide it away. So
This,
Yeah.
I think we didn't have it scheduled
Although-
till later in the day.
Although I appreciate that, like Santa Claus Eric and Calvin protected my innocence of not letting me know that the saxophone was there, because I was bitching about Aaron not bringing the saxophone.
I
Yeah.
was less
You
about
wanted-
protecting your innocence versus facing the wrath of Aaron for revealing any kind of spoiler.
See, at the time, I didn't know that Eric knew either, so I was keeping it to myself,
I know.
thinking that
You both found out at different times.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for Clone Wars, and Calvin sits where I usually sit, and he kicked it.
I
And
was,
and he looked, and then he looked back at me, and I just stared at him and went,
and I didn't say a word. I didn't address it. I didn't even look at it again the whole day.
no.
I didn't want anybody
And
to meet my
when-
eye line and look where I was looking.
When I found it, it was like, I think I was thinking like, all right, well, what could we do? I mean, Aaron could put it under the table. I was under the table, and it was there. I was like, so I was like, all right, I guess let's let this play out. And then we had to make a tiny bit of a redirection of what we were going to do after we talked about it, because there is no opening in the last episode. And
Yeah.
we didn't know that when we were filming it. We thought it was
Nope.
going to happen, and we were, we'll do something fun.
Yeah.
But then we thought, all right, well,
Gotta do something.
we got to do something. So we had to kind of play act in the beginning of that video. And we knew people were waiting for a saxophone, but we knew they would not be waiting for what came next, which was all of the work. I don't know, it took us like 3 or 4 hours to shoot it all together. And then Rob spent like 5 days straight just editing to get it all done. And he did a great job.
Yeah.
It's terrible to set those expectations for the future.
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
So, but with filming that,
Yeah.
there's one shot where like we had to get a fence, right?
We needed
Yeah.
a chain link fence to
Yep.
do the opening. Yeah.
So we went down to a park that has baseball fields, and I took the camera into the. We weren't sure how we were going to shoot it originally, so like I had.
We
my
never
saxophone
do. It's
'cause
run and gun.
My whole thing was I just had a saxophone everywhere I went, so I carried my
Yeah.
saxophone with me. I ended up taking the camera and I filmed these guys from the other side of the fence
Yeah.
to get the shot from behind the fence and
Uh-huh.
stuff. And then once we kind of get that, I give them the camera and stuff. They're checking it out, and I turn around, and inside the ball diamond was a baby deer.
Yeah, fawn.
A fawn. Yeah.
A little baby deer, like little, like really little.
Yeah.
He was
You know?
yeah, he was really little. He was
Like-
probably only like what? 25, 30 pounds.
Probably. Like you could pick them up, just take them out. You know, it's
Yeah.
just this little deer just walking around in this diamond.
Yeah.
Should
And we're
I
like, what the hell?
show the video?
Yeah, show the video, because we did have cameras. So
Should
Yes.
I play the audio, or do you want to talk over it?
yeah, I mean, I won't be able to hear it, but
Okay.
sure, just show him the video. That's fine. I cut it out.
Aaron is chasing a baby deer.
So
Stuck.
there's the deer
Oh my god.
Yep.
right there.
Oh my god.
It's pretty small, but you
Stuck in
guys
a
can see.
baseball
And-
field.
See it running around the outer edge there.
There's
Through-
a strange man in a
Don't-
kilt.
Don't hit the fence.
That's Rick
now.
there on the right. That's me on the left.
buddy.
There comes. Here's the deer.
I know.
No.
Oh dear.
Now this
Kind of weird.
Ugh.
'cause we're all wearing
this
white.
ball diamond
We were filming something.
is completely enclosed.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
for the dugouts and one like door area that opens up for like lawnmowers to come in and mow.
You can see he's hitting that fence hard.
This is a
So
work day.
he's trying to
Finally.
escape and he can't. So we're trying
get
to
him out.
get him out of this
Oh
ball
my
diamond.
Is
Gosh.
the audio playing for them?
It is.
Okay, they'll let them just listen to this
Dugout,
part.
and I think he just got stuck in here. All right, he's going out. He got out. He's out. He's out. Don't go towards the freeway. The interstate's right there. We got him out of the ballpark, but now he is okay. That would be some shit if he spent all that time. He threw himself against the fence and then jumped into the freeway.
I'm like, yes, we did. And the freeway, I'm like, no, no. Mom.
If
Finally, head first in the fence. Man.
Aaron, if this becomes viral, there are so many questions.
We freed the baby fawn. We did it. The baby deer's safe.
Oh yeah, Rick's wearing a kilt. Bye guys.
That's it.
Yeah, so they there wasn't many people around, but it had to be if someone did watch, like if they're like they just came into Ohio and they look over because it's right by the West Virginia border, like what's Ohio like? And there's these guys in white outfits with sacks chasing deer. So Ohio's a strange land.
Yeah. No, we never saw the deer go to the highway. He just when he ran out, he ran towards where it was. We're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
There was a There's a large bank there that's all brushy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You just dove in there and hid.
Yeah.
The that night I was on with my WoW guild, and they were like, "So, anyone do anything interesting today?" And they're like, "Oh, you know, I had this and that, and you know, I worked, and oh no, I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed home today and stuff." Like, actually, it's a deer while holding a saxophone. And I was like, "Well, that's something."
Yeah, during work hours.
Yeah. That's my job.
So that was an interesting thing that.
And you know, we couldn't think of a good way to incorporate into the opening, so that's a cut scene.
Yeah.
With
Well-
some good budget behind it.
It was entirely ad-libbed as well.
We also, it didn't help that we had a camera with us that didn't have a zoom,
Yeah.
so
True.
Yeah.
we couldn't shoot it the way it deserved
No.
to be shot.
No.
Anyway, yeah. So we got a lot of good responses. People seem to like the opening. So yeah, the outfits like I had to order some white pants, and even then when they came, they weren't super white. Dang it, you know. But my favorite was Rick's kilt.
Well, I had white pants
Yeah.
at first,
Uh-huh.
and then I was thinking, I was like, wait a second, Emma's my favorite character.
Uh-huh.
I could just be Emma. You could. Do they make white kilts? They sure as hell do.
And didn't it it arrived the day we were
It did.
filming?
It arrived the day we were filming.
Yeah.
We went outside, did your wall running stuff. It
Yep.
wasn't here yet, so I was wearing the pants.
Yeah.
And then I got the call afterwards.
Yep.
It's like the package is
Rushed
here.
home.
Ran home, got it, changed. We went to the woods. It was great.
And for eagle-eyed Blind Wave fans, the woods that we were in, you can see some of the same exact trees from Kylo Ren: The Awakening.
Yes.
It's like, man,
true.
this is a good spot.
Yeah. No, I remember trying to find my pants.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna get these. I went to Walmart, went to JCPenney.
Mhm.
I was like, they have some at JCPenney. I was like, oh, okay. I'll go there. And I went there and I'm looking around. I find one set. There's like 3 different sizes. I'm like, well, this is gonna be the closest one.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got that. That's all I had. So I was hoping to get Rick's pants because he's like, well, I have pants, but I'm getting a skirt. So I'm gonna send the pants back maybe. And I was like, well, maybe hold on to them because I need them. But he had already sent them back. And I was
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
I gotta find something.
But luckily, we all had our costumes in order just in time.
Well,
Yep.
and my best realization at the end of all this was I now own more skirts than Maggie does.
Oh.
So is it a skirt or a kilt, Rick?
It's both.
I saw some discussion in various comments.
I mean, it is a kilt, but what is a kilt if not just a skirt for men?
So it's like
I'm more curious as to what people think your instrument is.
a trumpet. He's got a trumpet, guys.
So many people said trumpet.
Yeah, I don't know. Rick was like, in other countries, is that a trumpet? I don't know. I'm like, I don't think so, Rick. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's more like a tuba than a trumpet.
I don't know. But yeah, no, there was a lot of comments calling it a trumpet, and I was like, I don't know.
Yep. The wall run was fun to film just because we kind of like, all right, we're gonna do this, but we don't have a shot list or anything. It's just kind of like, film this angle, do this. You know, Maggie had made us this long, gigantically long rope
Yeah.
out of sheets.
Yeah.
And it's always fun just to find shots like while you're there, and we're like, all right, so I'm gonna run towards it now. How do we show me actually my feet going up? And we had this idea, maybe it's kind of a kung fu classic trick where you put your pants on your hands and your shoes on your hands, and you just do this, and we'll shoot it that way. But then we're like, it's not gonna look as good. And I kind of turned around. I'm like, is there a brick street anywhere? And we just turned around. There just happened to be a brick alleyway. I don't know, 100 yards away, 200 yards away. And we're like,
Yeah.
get the camera. We just ran over there, and literally just Calvin running beside me and changed the angle, and it's pretty convincing.
I wish we had actually filmed us filming that so that we could just illustrate how silly
Yeah.
it actually looks when you break the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, I know.
We need more behind the scenes of us filming.
We
'Cause
do.
so much of it's just
Yeah.
like, well, we're good. How about this? And
Well,
it just
the
goes.
thing is, like, for that, you'll notice all of us are never in the same shot because it's
Yeah.
just us.
Yeah, usually
one
when
of
it's a
us has
group
to
shot,
film.
there's one missing.
So we can't have someone film it, let alone film the behind the scenes stuff. It's just
Yeah,
us.
that's why like the fence shot didn't have me. Some of the wood stuff didn't have Eric.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. And I'm happy I got my sharp stick in there too. That was my favorite part of doing it, is just like referencing, that way people feel like, I know what this is. Because would you say it was Melanie who watched the wall run sequence later, and she was like,
Yeah. I
that
was like-
doesn't make any sense.
I was like, you want to see what we did? And she goes, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. I was like, all right. And then we watched through like the first run that Rob had made.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't understand this wall run. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, it doesn't make any sense. How did he get to the top? That thing wasn't even very high off the ground.
Yeah.
And I was
When
like,
you
well,
told me that, I was like, oh, perfect.
I was like, well, hang on. And I opened up the anime itself and showed her a scene.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, so it's not supposed to make sense. So I was like, well, maybe not. So
I loved every shot I could get of Calvin like raising his hand to the sky.
Yeah.
So anime, but luckily the tone came off where it was like these parts are, you know, we'll treat this
Tongue-in-cheek.
one earnestly. We'll be completely silly here, and if it gels well together, it gels well together, and it did. So
Yeah.
that's all a testament to Rob, like literally sometimes like matching shot for shot the opening, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then we ended up using a cover because we knew that the actual OP wasn't going to fly on YouTube. So
Yeah.
there was some clever editing in there to change that up. And weirdly, like I think it was only like Denmark or something that for some reason they couldn't watch the video. Some guy came in on Discord and was like, I can't watch it. He's like, where are you from? He's like, I think it was Denmark.
I think Denmark's having a crackdown.
There's some kind of crackdown
There's-
on YouTube
yeah.
with Denmark. But I just told Rob, hey, you have the file, just like DM hit. You know, he's on early access. He should be able to watch it. So I think Rob just sent him a Google link file so he could watch it.
I do have a couple memes of our Promised Neverland.
Okay.
Oh.
Here.
But if you are in Denmark and you are having those problems, there are a couple free VPN stuff that people have utilized to see some of our videos. But it's not just us. It's like all of YouTube is having some problems.
Yeah. Denmark and YouTube are at war.
So there is a live action The Promised Neverland being made.
I haven't seen this. That's great.
Oh
And
my
so-
god.
There were so many comments being like, man, the live action anime adaptation is looking pretty good. And it's just us. Okay, I see you two in the back there.
So there's that one.
You should have been on the bench. That would have been great.
This one.
We have to wait for it to catch up on our end.
Oh gosh.
Wow. Is
That one
that
again.
Mother and Krona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Calvin in that picture.
Yeah, that again.
While we're doing memes, I have some that aren't that, but are some other things as well.
Okay.
So there's this one. Wait, it's all memes? Always has been.
I
What?
love that one. Always has been.
is this another meme that already exists?
Yep.
That I don't
Yep,
know.
it's another
Insanely
neat
popular.
meme format.
Been around for a couple months now.
Oh
there's-
no.
There's Calvin and Ghost of Tsushima.
Look at that.
What's on your head?
It's a samurai
It's
headdress.
It's a warrior's crest, Aaron.
Yeah.
Calvin helping out.
Good job.
Does it say, thank you, Calvin?
He
Thank
couldn't have
you,
done it without
Calvin.
me, Eric.
Thank goodness.
Oh my God, you'd be dead in a second.
He just
This
freed
one.
Superman. I don't know. You might not want to doubt him. What?
Translator's note.
Yeah.
Miruku means milk.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this isn't according to Miruku.
From Abridged.
Him
Or the joke is in Abridged.
helping out. And there's this one, which is a combination of the two.
Ooh, I like that one.
I don't know who's going to win that fight.
So is that like
It looks like sound waves.
yeah.
He's gonna suck you in or something. Or I guess he's just blowing you away.
Then, is that it? Nope, there's another one.
Nice.
Ooh, that's hot.
Who is? Oh,
That's Todoroki
okay.
and
I'm like, wait,
Bakugo.
what is that?
Yeah.
And that one. Which Aaron showed me earlier in the week.
It's great that the
Yeah.
white actually works. Dude, this one
That's
here
fantastic.
took me a minute because I'm like, okay,
took me a minute
I've seen
as
this.
well.
I've seen this scene so many times. What's so special about it? I don't understand. And a lot of people too. Until you make it bigger, and you're like, oh look, there it is. I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's from Kung Fu Hustle. Okay.
But yeah, that day I felt we watched Your Name a little while back, and I felt a lot like the protagonist in that of not understanding how to sit on the floor while wearing a kilt.
You have me take a picture, and I was like, I don't know, does this look good? And you're like, you can see my underwear. I'm like, I thought that was a joke.
I was just glad he was wearing underwear.
Yeah.
So, the struggle was real.
Struggle was real.
It was a fun time. I like to do more of that kind of stuff. It's just like, all right, if we do this, we got to sacrifice other hours in the day. We're going to do something.
Sometimes so much of it is like go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, we should do this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, we can do it now. What do we got? You know, like it's tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a long time before we can do anything like that again.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I know some people have been like, Naruto needs an
Naruto,
intro.
the
It's like,
Naruto would
maybe
be a
that
fun
would be
one.
fun sometime to do that.
Hunter needs an intro.
Yeah, and there's some fun stuff in those.
Yeah.
And it might be a fun thing to do, but
Mm.
we
I-
shall see.
My favorite would have been Death Note, I feel like.
That would have been good.
Definitely, huh?
Which I wasn't even in.
You were not.
Death Note would have been good.
Though we did an ending for it.
We did.
We did.
To hype up the poll. That was a fun one.
That was a lot of
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
But I love the visual symbolism and the music and the way it all fits together in that first Death Note opening. It's so good.
It's just that we put so much effort into the Promised Neverland one for one reaction. And it got its own video, but if we had done something like that, like for Naruto, we could use it for a while.
Yeah. Really, as long as we wanted.
I
Yeah.
mean, we've got to do it as soon as the OP changes.
Pretty much. Which we never know when that is.
Yeah, we never know.
Because we want to be surprised.
We're either pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Yep. That's the thing. Sometimes we have ideas for content. We're like, well, I don't want to get spoiled on that, so I don't want to look into it. So no, let's not do anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that would be fun to do like more news discussion and stuff, but I don't read all the news.
Yeah.
The
At the
news
same
that I
time-
get usually is funneled through a couple filters, so I don't see anything that I don't
Yeah.
want to see.
Because at the same time, sometimes it could be, sometimes it can be information on like casting. Sometimes it
Yeah.
can be information on like renewals. Sometimes it can be different things,
Yeah.
And it's like, well, damn it, it'd be nice to know this stuff, not through this way, or
Yeah, I know.
whatever, like.
Yeah.
Well, like people give me news items in our Discord to read out, and there was one that I was very excited about, which
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about right now.
Okay.
But I was reading this article. I was like, well, goddamn, it tells me everything that's going to be in it.
Really?
So I got super spoiled on it. But I
Okay.
can save the rest of you for the most important news of 2020.
Okay.
I feel like.
It's a big year.
Star Wars exclusive. New Disney Plus holiday special.
What?
What?
No way.
Hang on.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Lego.
Ah, okay.
In
the
Lego.
Lego ones are fun.
In Lego.
It's not as special as what could be.
With the new holiday special, Star Wars is tapping into its kitschy Yuletide past with an irreverence and a Christmas Carol style. It's premiering November 17th, which is to the day,
Yeah.
1978.
Wow.
When the original
Nice.
came out.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
I don't want to go into a lot of it, but it's going to pay homage to it.
Yeah.
And there's looks to be a lot of references. I'm very excited.
I'm
So,
not going to
Rick-
look at anything
You're saying that we could possibly react to the holiday special again?
again.
We could.
This is amazing.
Now, I'm a little concerned because whenever you try to recapture that magic,
You can't.
and you're not doing it earnestly,
Yes.
it can turn terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I agree.
Like Samurai Cop
necess-
2.
I get what you mean. The thing that makes it so good to watch is how much they were taking it seriously. Like, this is a legit holiday special, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
no. But if you just say, like, hey, guys, it's a holiday special, remember? If you do it in a fun way where it's referencing fun
Yeah.
things, it might be it might be fun, but it's never going to be
It's not like they're
cringe
trying to
fest
remake
fun.
it. They're trying to, like, celebrate it,
Yeah.
almost.
Like, The Room that reaction is that way because it is without a doubt telling you to take this seriously. And
Yes.
it's a ridiculous thing to take seriously.
yeah.
But you can't do that with Legos.
Sure.
You know?
No,
Definitely.
you can't. You can't take Lego seriously.
Yeah.
That's the whole
And-
point.
I mean, I love Legos, but
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to go and be like, oh, man, they went for it. You know?
A lot of the Lego humor in, like, the Lego Star Wars games is pretty on
Yeah.
point as well. So I don't know if it's the same studio or not doing it as the
Okay.
the Lego games, but
Gotcha.
it looks Very exciting.
Very
and there's some stuff that I
interesting.
want to tell you about it, but we'll just have to save it.
We'll have to save it
for November.
I won't look at anything. So that was your news story that you were really into?
I mean, there's a few.
There's one I heard, and I think it might have gotten posted in the podcast thing.
Mhm.
But mine was going to be talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Like,
I
have-
saw that.
Number one, have you guys seen that there's like a trailer, right? There's like a fan
trailer. I haven't seen it.
It came out like a year ago.
Okay.
I feel like we watched it on the podcast.
No, I've never seen it
I
before.
haven't seen it.
I don't remember it.
Well,
Yeah.
I've definitely seen it.
I don't know. Maybe we should watch it. It was pretty. I kind of checked it out a little bit. It's pretty interesting. The short story of it is that there's a guy who made, I think it's like Morgan Cooper or something like that was his name. He directed this trailer for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but rather than it being a comedy, he's made it more of a drama.
Yeah.
So like in the trailer, you see Will like playing, and it's not Will Smith, but you know it's the guy still playing as Will. He's playing basketball, and some stuff happens, and after this fight and whatever, cops show up, and in Will's bag is a gun. And there's like some different things, and he gets sent to Bel-Air to live with his uncle and his auntie.
Yeah.
You know, so it's taking it in a similar fashion, but in a much serious tone,
Gotcha.
which is very interesting. And I think what I was looking at is that came out like a year ago.
2019.
Yeah, so sometime last year. Since then, though, it's been announced that Will Smith has talked with this guy and is working on producing
Oh, the guy that made it.
a new series of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but in a serious tone. Now, I'm not sure if it's a movie or if it's a TV show or what.
Well, so I saw this, and the reason I wasn't going to bring it up was just because there's like nothing super official yet. Like they're shopping it around
Yeah.
to the different streaming services.
The talk that I've heard is that Will Smith is in talks with this guy to try to make what he made of that possible, maybe. But they need to have somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think they're shooting towards a TV series, like a drama series, not a drama movie, but I'm not 100% sure. But the trailer, I watched through the trailer, and the trailer's, it's an interesting take on it. Like, they still have, Carlton and Aunt Viv and, all that kind of stuff, too. And, obviously they don't have any of the original cast.
Right.
They're all new actors and stuff playing everybody.
They're gonna do like a somber, dark version of the intro. West Philadelphia.
I don't know. They kind of had it like playing a little bit. Like they mentioned something in it. There's also a quick shot where like what I assume is Carlton is kind of doing his dance, but it's in a silly but a slightly different silly tone.
Yeah.
It's not him and Tom Jones like having fun. It's a little different, but it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But I think watching through the trailer, having a discussion with that at some point might be cool. I don't know
That'd be
if
cool.
here or another way. But
Yeah.
It's up to you. I got it ready.
would you guys want to watch the trailer?
I
and
would
talk
need
about it?
to
Sure.
probably get a link to it, or do we watch it off the stream?
I would
There's
say
a
probably.
link to it in Discord under live podcast suggestion. I can give you a
Here,
link.
I can send it to all of us probably. You said it's under podcast suggestion?
It is, but I've got it here.
All right, just put it in our one thing.
It's in Discord.
Yes. Bel-Air.
All right, I got it up.
This is in theory going to work. Just hope it doesn't freeze out on me. Sometimes
Alright.
it tends to do.
I'm queued up and ready.
Are you good and the stream's good, Rick?
We'll see.
We do it live.
We'll see. Oh no, what happened? Oh.
I unmute it.
All right. Everyone ready and set?
Yep.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
3, 2, 1, play.
For some reason, you think this is a game. This is not a game.
Oh, I love that
Will.
shot.
Look at
Do
you.
this.
Look at you. The only reason why you're not in jail is because Uncle Phil called in a favor.
Cool.
Take your time. Go deep. Too easy.
Oh. All of his buddies get up.
Throw this.
You stupid.
So cool.
You are carrying a gun on the streets to protect yourself? I've done my best, Will. It's time for a change. You're going to Bel-Air to live with your uncle and your auntie.
And your auntie.
Bel-Air. Out of all places.
This is a second chance, Will. Don't waste it.
Will, I will not bail you out again. In this house, I'm not Uncle Phil. I'm the law.
I like him. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a judge.
Yeah.
There are no butlers to clean up your messes. You've got to be responsible for yourself.
So, Will, what brings you to Bel-Air?
I got caught with a gun. How are we related again?
Carlton.
Shut up,
From the
Carlton.
streets of Philadelphia. Will needs discipline.
Just a little time. Just a little time and a little love. We are what he needs.
Why don't you go back to Philly? Born and raised, right?
You think I would ever want to be in this life?
You're not welcome, Will.
This is fake.
Wherever you're from.
This is fake. You didn't do anything to earn this. I never had nothing.
My life ain't a sitcom, I guess.
It's nice because a lot of this stuff too, like, is different versions of things we've seen in the series itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you must be from Philly.
Yeah. What's up, man? I'm Will.
Jazz.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, so what part of town you staying in? Bel-Air. They got you out there?
All right, Philly. Let's see what you got. Well, welcome to Bel-Air Academy.
How's everything going at Bel-Air?
It's not too bad out here. I just made the team.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so glad you're here. I need to take you shopping. Rodeo.
I love this hat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right?
This looks really cool.
They say my birth is a curse, I still made it. I stood out in the field when it was raining. 10 toes down.
There you go.
Daddy never came home.
But there's like, you know, it feels a little bit like Will and Fresh Prince, but it's also different, you know, and it's got some darker themes here rather than just being straight comedy, you know?
I mean, Fresh Prince definitely had a darker, more dramatic moment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But overall, it was certainly a comedy.
I love those shots. That's cool.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, some awesome filmmaking.
You can go here?
Sweet. That was really cool.
That was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
It's definitely an interesting take on the series and stuff, you know, and like a similar story and whatnot. So if it becomes what it's really going to be, I think it could be kind of cool, you know? Like, I'd probably check it out at least, you know, and see, like, you know, I imagine similar story beats, but just it feels different, you know?
Yeah.
But I like, you know, little nods, like he's sitting on the couch there when he first gets to Bel-Air, and he's wearing kind of like those bright clothes that like Will would wear in the Fresh Prince and stuff, and it's similar but different at the same time.
Yeah.
But they've done the same thing with it's similar but different at the same time. Yeah. But they've done the same Sabrina, right, Rick? Did you watch the new Sabrina?
I didn't watch the new one, no.
Because that one's like a much like
It's much darker, yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch and.
Well, they're all based off from a comic, I think, and the comic was originally darker.
Gotcha.
So it's more true to the original version, from what I understand, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. And Nasty Ninja said they did it like with Sabrina and Riverdale too.
Riverdale.
Yeah.
I've never really watched Riverdale. I didn't know there was original Riverdale.
Yeah, it's Archie Comics.
Archie
right?
Comics.
Well, okay, sure. Yeah. I guess
it's like a serious take of something that's not serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it from the comic, I was trying to think of like
Sure.
an original Riverdale that was on TV or anything, but yeah, I get you. So, no, I'm interested to see. I heard about that and was like, well, that sounds interesting. And I loved Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
There's some great scenes in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff that he has, like the argument he has in that trailer with Carlton being like, you didn't earn any of this. But that's, like, you know, like some of the stuff that they cover in that, and Carlton trying to find the way he fits in. And
I love that they're just like throwing in nods to the Carlton dance and, and
you
stuff
know,
like that.
it's there, but it's not the same. So it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, let's go from something you're really excited about to something I was really excited about, and now I'm less so.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I know what this is going to be.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is being remade for Netflix.
Live
with
action?
The original creators attached, which I was super excited by because that movie, they were not part of it at all. I mean, I think they had like some consulting, and then like they just don't have it. So I was super excited when Netflix like, hey, we're letting you guys remake this thing, and you have the control. But the story that came out yesterday is Avatar co-creators Mike and Brian depart Netflix's live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender remake series. I got the open letter here. This one is from Mike. Says, an open letter to Avatar: The Last Airbender fans. Many of you have been asking me for updates about Avatar live-action Netflix series. I can finally tell you that I am no longer involved in the project. In June of this year, after 2 years of development work, Brian and I made the difficult decision to leave the production. When Brian and I signed up to the project in 2018, we were hired as executive producers and showrunners. In a joint announcement for the series, Netflix said it was committed to honoring our vision for this retelling and to supporting us in creating the series. And we expressed how excited we were for the opportunity to be at the helm. Unfortunately, things did not go as hoped. Look, things happen. Productions are challenging. Unforeseen events arise. Plans have to change, and when those things have happened at other points during my career, I like to be like an air nomad and adapt. I do my best to go with the flow no matter what obstacle was put in my way. But even an air nomad knows when it's time to cut their losses and move on. I started to reevaluate what is truly important in my life and what I wanted to do with what's left of it. I took some advice from Uncle Iroh. I looked inward and started asking myself the big question: who are you and what do you want? I also sought wisdom from Stoic philosophers who were big on differentiating between what is within our control and what isn't. I realized I couldn't control the creative direction of the series, but I could control how I responded. So I chose to leave the project. It was the hardest professional decision I've ever had to make, and certainly not one that I took lightly. But it was necessary for my happiness and creative integrity. Who knows? Netflix's live-action adaptation of Avatar has the potential to be good. It might turn out to be a show many of you end up enjoying. But what I can be certain about is whatever version ends up on screen, it will not be what Brian and I envisioned or intended to make. I also want to be clear that this doesn't mean the end of my involvement in the Avatar universe. These stories and characters are important to me, and the renewed interest and excitement in Avatar and Korra have been inspiring to see. May we all keep moving and come to a better place. Thanks for reading and for your continued enthusiasm for Avatar universe. With gratitude, Michael Dante de Martino. So, yeah. It really sucked to read that because, I mean, I'm super excited by that. I mean, I'm still a little bit excited by it, but if those original creators who, you know, they pulled off that amazing show on Nickelodeon, if they're like, this isn't what we want, I mean, we have to just, you know, there's so many examples of authors who are consulted and then studio executives like, no, we think we should age these characters up. We should make it sexy. We should say shit and, you know, do a lot of that kind of stuff. That's what kids want. We know what kids want. You don't, you know?
Yeah.
That's what happened to Percy Jackson. I know that the author there was like, he was like consulted and he said, hey, here's all the terrible things you're doing. Then those movies came out. They did terribly. And he at least has the you know, integrity to say like, look, I tried. They don't give us control of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what really sucks is that it seemed like Netflix was super happy with, you know, what they were going to bring to the table. And they gave them that control. And then now it seems like they're not getting it. And they're just like, all right, well, fine. We're stepping away.
Yeah, I mean, usually it doesn't work out when you remove the authors. But sometimes you get The Shining or Clockwork Orange.
True, which are separately can be just as great.
A Space Odyssey, you know?
I mean, you know, there's another statement here by Brian, who I'll read his statement too because I think it's important to get it all. So he says, Brian says, before I get to the crux of the statement, I would like to make it clear that I'm very aware and appreciative of the fact that I am exceedingly fortunate position and that following issues are indeed good problems to have, even more now that we are in the grips of a global pandemic and creating an economy which have left millions unemployed. With that crucial context, here's the big news from my little world. They chose to leave Avatar, the series they helped to create together in 2002. We have no involvement in the project moving forward. This is probably the most difficult decision I've ever made, but there is no doubt in my mind it was absolutely the right choice. When Netflix brought me on board to run this series alongside Mike 2 years ago, they made a very public promise to support our vision. Unfortunately, there was no follow-through on that promise. Though I got to work with some great individuals, both on Netflix's side and our own small development team, the general handling of the project created what I felt was a negative and unsupportive environment. To be clear, This was not a simple matter of us not getting our way. Mike and I are collaborative people. We did not need all of the ideas to come from us. As long as we felt like those ideas were in line with the spirit and integrity of Avatar, we would have happily embraced them. However, we ultimately came to the belief that we would not be able to meaningfully guide the direction of the series. Though I am profoundly disappointed by how things have turned out, there are wonderful, talented people who are still working on the series, some of whom Mike and I personally hired and got to know well during our time on the project. We worked very hard together towards a shared dream of how special this adaptation could be. I want to see them employed, and I hope they get the chance to do their best work on the series. Perhaps the team that remains might still be able to make something fans will of the original and an entirely new audience can enjoy. But by and large, I have an incredibly charmed career and very grateful for it. I'm enormously lucky for the amazing global community of fans that have grown around the shows Mike and I created and run together. I will continue to be deeply involved in the Avatar universe, telling the stories my partner and I would want to tell in the way we want to tell them. I will put my time, energy, and talents towards the project that give me the most fulfillment and where I am afforded trust and respect. Life is too short to do otherwise, Brian.
Do they have any ownership of the series?
What's that?
I figured Nickelodeon would own the series.
It's in collaboration with Nickelodeon, the Netflix deal.
Yeah, but like he's talking about doing other Avatar projects. Like,
yeah, I mean they can still do that. I think they still work on the comics or something like that, and they could still do something with Nickelodeon probably if they wanted to.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, when they did Korra, Nickelodeon fucked them over, saying, "Well, you can get this one season. All right, now do another one. All right, do 2 more, but we're gonna put them online." You know, like they got a lot of pushback.
It was a lot of
one.
like, well, why didn't you just tell us to do this? We could have just done a story and been done with it, you know, instead of like, well, how much do we need to tell? What are we gonna do?
Should we leave it open ended in case we get 2 more seasons later?
How closed off should this episode be to this finale? Or
it's just so strange because everything I've heard about Netflix is that Netflix is pretty hands off. They're like, hey, we're hiring you to do something. Here's money. We put it on our platform.
Yeah.
And I've never heard that not the case, you know? So it seems very strange that, I mean, maybe it's just like how popular Avatar has been on Netflix, and then Korra's going to be
have half the story.
Yeah, true. I just like the thing at the end when he said, like, you know, I want to work on something where I'm afforded respect and stuff like that. Is, I don't know. Maybe they just weren't felt like they were treated right.
There's also the line he had about what was the first one where he said he wanted creative integrity, right?
Yeah.
Like, it makes me curious on like, well, what happened that he wanted to leave because he wasn't getting to have the creative integrity that he wanted. You know, like obviously it's kind of more similar to what you were saying about like maybe with Percy Jackson possibly, where it's like, well, here's what we believe should be happening. They're like, no, this is what we're gonna do, and they're like, well, that's not what we think Avatar should be, and they're like, well, then we're gonna step back. You know?
Do you know how involved like the Fullmetal Alchemist creators were in its live action adaptation?
No.
Because that was a Netflix thing, right?
I believe so.
That was a Netflix thing, and so was the Death Note.
Death Note?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like the Adam Sandler movies.
The Death Note one, not as great.
I haven't seen either one of them.
But
There's
I mean,
Adam Sandler
you know,
movies too that are like Netflix originals.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Netflix is like, here, Adam Sandler, make some movies, and he's like, all right, I'm a cobbler. Like, all right.
Is that why he was like the 9th most earning male
know.
actor last year or whatever?
I don't know. I heard about the top 5.
It's crazy.
It's just that, you know, they brought them in like they were the showrunners. You know, they weren't just like consultant or like, you know, hey, you guys got any ideas? Throw them this way, and we'll try to be, you know, we'll try to be as close to what you did before, but we'll have to make some changes. Like they were in charge, you know, like a showrunner. Does everything. They're the director, you know.
It's more like Sam Raimi with Spider-Man 3, maybe, you know, where they're like, well, we need this, we need this, we need this. He's like, I wasn't gonna do all this.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta do what they say, or else I don't have this job, I guess, you know, like.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of what they went through. I don't know. I don't know what they went through. Maybe we'll get more information later on, but it sounds very professional.
It has to be professional. I mean,
Both
you get
of
this
them
a
are
lot.
very-
There's creative differences. We went another way.
Yeah, which I mean, I fully understand. You don't, you know, you don't want to have burned bridges with like maybe they'll Netflix be like, you know what, bring you back. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, Netflix might see the fallout of this and think,
I hope so.
Maybe
you know?
we bring him back.
Like James Gunn, when Disney let go of James Gunn and stuff like that, and they came to terms later on, but they didn't like burn the bridge. You know, there was a more professional thing there where like maybe they can get back together and make amends to this.
I'm also not saying like, oh, you can't do a series justice without these guys there. You know, I wasn't a fan of every single decision they made on Legend of Korra. You know, like I thought Avatar is the superior series and Korra was good, not my favorite thing ever. You know, whereas Avatar is. But if they who created Avatar are saying, this isn't what Avatar is about, to the point where they leave probably the biggest break they were ever going to get, that's got to be worth something.
There's got to be an issue there, right?
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. I was super excited by it, and now I'll still watch the trailer when it comes out. I'll probably still watch the show, but it's gonna have kind of hang over my head a little bit. I'm like, it sucks, I'm saying, like, could you imagine if, like, hey, we're doing a Star Wars thing, we brought George Lucas back in to run the show, and then George's like, hey, this isn't Star Wars, I'm leaving. I'd be like, what? Fuck you, Right now, we're afforded the opportunity of not really knowing because he's not involved at all, and anything that Star Wars decision is purely thrown on the people making those decisions.
Yeah.
But if, like, George came out and said, like, and to be fair, he has come out and said a couple things about it. You can read, like, Bob Iger's books and stuff. But it's similar in how I feel with the Avatar situation.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be a thing that maybe we watch and see, and maybe they make amends and they get back together and let them have their creativity that they need or whatever with it, or we'll get what we get, and we'll see how it is, and we'll judge it based on what we get out of it.
Maybe this is like them trying to snap their Netflix contacts out of it, and like this is how serious we are about this project that we're working on.
Yeah,
we're not gonna compromise our vision.
Yeah. Well, it could also
for a paycheck.
It could also be. I don't know the two. Maybe they're doing things and Netflix is like, what? We can't do that. And they're like, well, this is what we need. If we can't do it, then we're not going to be here. I don't know. Like, maybe, we're talking more of like maybe Netflix is wanting to do shit and pushing them. Maybe it's the other way around where they're asking more of Netflix and what they're willing to give.
There's been rumors.
I don't know.
There's been rumors right now that there was some kind of thing where it's like they were trying to change the ethnicity of some of the main characters, and that's one of the first things they said is like, we are keeping, these are the Water Tribe are Inuits, that's their ethnicity. Like, this is how old they are. It's important that Aang is this age, not here. The Percy Jackson thing, they I was reading a letter from the author, and he was like, in this like 4 or 5 book story, this like prophecy of when he starts to where he finishes is very integral. And like, who cares? We're still in this movie right now, and we need to make it a little more sexy, so we're gonna age him up, So, I don't know. I've heard there was rumors about that kind of thing, and then just age as well. And it was very important to them that that's what it's supposed to be. Is I think that a lot of Hollywood studios say like, well, we don't want it necessarily to be just for kids, so let's age up a little bit so we can grab a teenage market. Then there we can get the 18 to 34 demographic. Whereas the original Avatar it's on Nickelodeon. It's a story of a boy through his boyhood. Yeah, not even becoming a man, like saving the world as the boy Avatar.
It's just pretty weird thinking because they were pretty young in Harry Potter when they started, and that series did all right.
Yeah,
no, true.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Harry Potter has that that thing where like each book is a year, so they're like, look, we can't take a break filming. We have to do the next one the next year. We have to do the next one the next year. But it works with Avatar kind of because if it's doing 3 seasons, do 3 a year, and it's. I know that, like, Aang, that whole thing takes place in, like, a year. Yeah. But you could fudge those numbers a little bit.
Maybe, but, you would have to fudge them because, like, the younger you are, the more difference a year makes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And I love shows, too, where they do that where, as it goes on, you're growing with the same characters, Harry Potter doing that, Boy Meets World. Like, it'd be cool to have that where, like, you're growing a little bit with Aang and Korra, and, or not Korra, but... because they're doing the first
Katara.
One, but Aang, Katara, Sokka, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
Yep. Every time I watched a lot of I've been watching the Karate Kid movie a lot. Just on Netflix as I found them there.
You're watching the Karate Kid movie a lot.
Yeah.
Just the same movie over and over?
1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Which I didn't even know there was a part 3. I watched it. I was like, oh, this is amazingly in bad.
Yeah, it's all one movie.
But
it's
every
just parts
single
of it, right?
Mr. Miyagi scene, I kept going like, man, he would be such a good Iroh.
Yeah.
I mean, Mako would have been the best.
No, he would have been the best.
Mako was
course.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love Conan the Barbarian.
No disrespect to his it was his brother, right?
Yeah.
Who took over.
Yeah, took over.
Voicing the character.
Yeah.
It wasn't his brother, was it?
Jancy was telling me that the guy that plays
think so.
Wasn't it?
Mr. Miyagi, I can't remember his name.
Pat more I can never say his last
but
name.
he's from Hawaii.
Pat something.
And like she remembers multiple instances where he just goes around and like hangs out, like talks at schools. Like she probably met him 2 or 3 times.
That's
because he
awesome.
was very into like the the education of people in Hawaii. Like I was, that's fucking awesome. That never
is
happened
really
to
great.
me. The only thing that came to my school was like nothing. The author of Ghost and Marietta book came one time. We were like, oh,
We had a magician. Remember that, Rick?
We had a magician. We had
the zoot suit magician.
Really? That guy in the van.
Yeah. In the PT Cruiser. That guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
He would go to Olive Garden and stuff and do his stuff during prom.
The windowless PT Cruiser.
That guy.
You can't let the magic escape. Or
I mean-
sunlight can ruin the magic. We also had a group of like strongmen that would like rip phone books and stuff. Do you remember them?
That was at high school.
Yeah.
Fucking remember
Yeah.
that.
They came in, like, they took a phone book. It's like, we're like, Jesus.
We
I'm not worthy.
we had a career day, and don't say the guy's name, but who was the one guy that had like a dojo around here? He was really into martial arts. I don't know.
Matt Smith.
No, sure, yeah, him. Anyway, you guys might know
burn
him,
victim?
but this guy like came for a career day. I don't know why, because it's not really a career, but he had like a little like class, and we're like, yeah, let's go like check out the karate class. That's cool. And there was another kid in our school that like fancied himself like, oh, I've studied karate for many years. I'm gonna show this guy what I can do. So in a demonstration, he's the guy that volunteers. This guy's, all right, come up and do this. Now I want you to do, very slowly, but how would you attack? And this kid tries to sweep his leg fast. And he checks his leg and he slapped him in the face. And we all went, oh! And then this guy, like, I think it just happened, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm in fucking trouble. And he was like, all right, well, I'll be right back. And he like left for a little bit, and then he never came back.
What?
I saw him again later. He was doing another class, but he just checked out, and he slapped this kid that tried to sweep his leg.
I mean, the kid deserved it.
Shouldn't try to sweep the leg.
He shouldn't have tried to sweep the leg.
No,
Yep.
that kid should be in trouble. I
know.
would be on the side of the guy.
Exactly. But
lucky you just
like,
got slapped.
he slapped a kid in the face,
How old was this kid?
That's small tomatoes.
Old enough to know.
He's like a freshman.
You're talking like high school, though.
Yeah, high school.
Old enough to know.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That
He
kid
didn't,
should've
he
got
didn't
hit.
punch him in the face. He wasn't bleeding, right?
I should say it wasn't like a. It was
He
like
didn't
a
tap him.
slap to the face.
But it was a slap?
Like a hard slap.
Open hand?
The
Is
kid,
it-
the
is it
kid
any
had
harder
tears.
than you
The
slapped
kid
me
had
during that
tears
one
in his
game
eyes.
night?
Yeah, it's harder.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. It's a hard fucking slap.
Yeah.
I-
I think the guy was just nervous and kind of pent up, and then like that kid did it, and he was like, "You fucking," and slapped him.
Did he slap him as a retaliation, or was it like, and then he slapped him, or was it like, wow, reflex?
It was like a, "Hey, you don't pull that kind of shit when I'm in charge," is how it felt like to me.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's like he was in class.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like you don't disrespect me like this.
I
So
mean,
anyway,
it is disrespectful.
I definitely do remember that career day.
There
Interesting.
you go.
Yep.
The person I'm thinking of, I don't remember seeing them slap someone because they didn't listen. But
Gotcha.
I wasn't in their class a lot.
Yeah.
Just some. So.
And you also didn't do anything to trigger that.
I know.
No, I also
that-
listened.
Yeah.
I was a little shit.
I think he like. I always see him like walking on Washington Street, like all the time. Like, hey, he's that guy that slapped that kid.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay.
I bought some pants from him.
Yeah.
Some gi pants, Aaron.
I bought some pants from him. That's a
So
weird
yeah,
thing.
Avatar. I was bummed to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
other bummer news. DC Comics and DC Universe hit by major layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Majority of staff of the streaming service DC Universe has been laid off, as has the editor-in-chief Bob Harris and multiple other executives on the publishing side.
Yeah, with everything
was-
going on right now, like, Jancy, who used to work at WB Games, which did a lot of the video game stuff, like, they're the only profitable part of the entire Warner Brothers thing right now. So luckily, none of them got touched by it, but they knew a lot of people that did.
Yeah.
This also followed them doing on Twitter or Facebook the DC Universe Harley Quinn and DC Universe Titans had gotten changed to DC's Titans and
Yeah.
DC's Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah?
So it felt like they were slowly being ready to be like, well, the DC Universe thing is going to be gone, and I think
shit.
they're slowly leading. To where
Yeah, I
DC
think
Universe is gonna be.
everything that will continue will be absorbed in HBO Max.
Yeah, a Hollywood Reporter here says that DC Universe was dead on arrival as soon as the AT&T merger happened.
Yep.
and that a lot of the stuff, Doom Patrol, Titan, Stargirl, as well as animated offerings, Young Justice, Harley Quinn, are moving over to HBO Max.
See, that's interesting because Stargirl is going to be going to CW. But maybe the digital one, maybe they're going to do the same thing.
And Swamp Thing was also, I think, purchased to go onto CW.
Well, it's being aired there at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, Doom Patrol was already on HBO Max, so I think this has been coming. You know.
Yeah, season 2 was aired on HBO Max as well, I believe.
Mm-hmm. But with Doom Patrol just kind of ending, I wonder if they were kind of waiting for it to go off, and then Stargirl, of course, waiting for it
this
to
happened
finish.
like
the day after.
It happened like Monday.
Yeah.
Like it happened like Stargirl aired and premiered or whatever, and then this happened.
I mean, I hope what happened to all the Marvel animated cartoons that were happening when Disney bought them doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because, like, we lost the Avengers cartoon, which is one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. We lost Spectacular Spider-Man, which is one of the best Spider-Man things I've ever seen. So I hope, like, Doom Patrol and that stuff survives this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. It'd be interesting to see, like, maybe if they can use CW and HBO and keep good content coming out, you know?
Well, the DC Fandom is going to be going on, which is like a 24-hour streaming event, which I know they're going to be having some big announcements for all the movies that are going to be coming out, and the recently announced Rocksteady's doing a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Which they're the guys that did the Batman Arkham stuff, and they like the picture they released. They have a target on Superman, so it's the Suicide Squad killing or trying to get Superman. That's going to be a fun game.
That would be
Michael.
cool.
Can you imagine a better like end boss? So that sounds
crazy.
Awesome. But there's and then news about Wonder Woman and Aquaman 2 and a bunch of other different kind of things. But I just imagine that like the people that are putting that on might have a little bit of like a shadow on their face of like, we just lost like half of our coworkers.
Yeah.
Probably so.
In better news, though, there's
Finally some good news.
November 20th on Hulu, a reboot is coming back.
Okay.
An animated series. If you guys want to take any guesses? This was... Where did this air originally? It's Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So it's not superhero, or it is superhero?
It's not
I immediately
superhero.
think of Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're in the Warner Brothers water tower.
Yep. Animaniacs.
Yeah, but some
coming
with like
back.
Looney Tunes and stuff, right?
No, but they lived in the water tower.
They lived in the water tower?
Yeah,
Like
man.
in canon?
Did they?
No, in tower.
In canon?
No, in the tower.
Have you not seen Animaniacs, Aaron?
I remember the one where it's like they talk about fingering. They talk about fingerprints.
Yeah.
And she's holding prints. She goes, I don't think so.
Yeah. There's some great jokes in
I was
there.
like,
And I love the song of all the
like
countries in the world.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you need to find prints.
A lot
And
of
it's like, got him. It's like, no, I meant fingerprints. And then look, I don't think so. It was like, whoa.
A lot of good stuff.
I definitely didn't get that when I was a kid.
Also, Pinky and the Brain as well.
Oh,
which
Pinky and the Brain. I heard that Ren and Stimpy's going to be picked back up and redone on...
Really?
Shoot. I forget what channel. Or somewhere. Like they
Yeah.
were doing a remake
Ren
of
and
Ren and
Stimpy, huh?
Stimpy, yeah.
That was before
I
its
didn't
time.
watch any of those.
I wasn't allowed to watch that. I was so young when watching that, like at my grandma's, that like my grandma came over. What are you watching?
Yeah.
What's this? Waited a second. That's a butt. Turn this off.
Yeah, I was never allowed to
I
watch
don't
Ren
think
and
you're ever
Stimpy
old
either.
enough to watch that.
There's too
Yeah,
much like
unless you're on
gore and
drugs.
stuff, right?
I never watched it. I did watch Rocko's Modern Life, which did some like
Yep.
weird stuff.
I love that show.
New episodes coming to Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central makes sense.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I never watched Ren and Stimpy. My stuff growing up, I watched Rugrats. Love that. A little bit of Rocko's Modern Life.
I mean, you associated with Tommy Pickles.
Yeah.
huh?
Nothing.
Hey Arnold.
Because of the diaper.
Hey Arnold was so good.
And he was
Hey Arnold was probably one of
bald,
my favorite
Aaron.
cartoons.
You
I didn't
sons of
watch the
bitches.
movie. Never knew what happened to his parents.
Sorry, I've never even watched any of those shows.
I don't know. He just has his grandpa.
Yep.
Hey Arnold.
Arnold. I love that show.
Arnold.
But yeah, Animaniacs. That's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
It's really, you said WB, and I just imagined the water tower, and I remember they live in there, so I'm going to say that. I had no idea.
Spielberg is back as an executive producer
Oh,
on the
For
series.
Animaniacs?
Yeah.
He was an
Along with-
executive producer before?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
He,
Did not
he-
know that.
He was in it a few times as well. Like, in his animated form, obviously.
Move it, football head.
That was in Discord.
Thank you guys. We appreciate the stuff that you guys send in
Yeah.
too. If you guys have anything that you want to send in for us to discuss during the podcast, make sure to go to our Discord and don't put it in the Twitch suggestion section. That's for other
for
Twitch related
gameplay.
things or any other like things you think would be good or Blind Way Bucks or whatever else. But live podcast suggestions are for just here are some topics I think would be cool for you to discuss. A lot
Yeah.
of people get that confused. So I want to try to separate those so people aren't confused.
Don't know how new this news is exactly, but it's talking about the Miles Morales PS5 game.
Oh, okay.
So it is the PS5 will be a complete coming-of-age arc for the fledgling hero that began in Marvel's Spider-Man on the PS4. So I'm not sure what like the price point is going to be, but they seem to be indicating that it's going to be around like a 7 to 9 hour experience.
Okay.
It's going to be like that one Uncharted game.
All right.
Okay. Man, I still never played that either. I own it.
Yeah.
I hate owning games I never beat. I own that.
You
God
must
of
hate it
War,
a lot, Aaron,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
because you own a lot of games you haven't beat.
Other than stuff for Blind Wave that I have on Steam, I think I've beaten every game I own, but I don't own many.
Yeah. Like you had like this.
I have
Like,
I have
"There's
a
my
shelf
games."
like this. Like I beat all these.
Man, between Steam and board games, I've got hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Steam has a lot of stuff because of like Humble Bundle and stuff too, where I'm like I just have games now that I'm like, man, I don't know if I'll ever play these.
That's how Humble Bundle gets you.
Yep.
Yeah, but some of the games I want, like I
But
only
you
paid
get a
$10
shit
for
ton
it,
of
you know?
games.
Like fuck yeah.
Is it worth the guilt though, Aaron?
What guilt? It goes to charity or something. I'm
No,
helping the
having
world.
all these unplayed games.
No, I don't. No, there's no guilt.
He just rage.
I
No
have,
guilt.
I have more options for games to stream, and I still don't know what to stream.
That's the problem. Too many options.
But
guess.
Spider-Man is supposed to be arriving holiday 2020. It's going to be one of the few that does, it seems like, because Halo Infinite got delayed. It's not going to be around for the launch of the
Aw.
new Xbox.
I hope they add more stuff to the Master Chief collection, so there's more Halo on that. Because they're
Yeah.
supposed to be
That'd
adding
be
like
cool.
all of them on that, aren't they?
Like 2, 3, and
Yeah, I
like
think
4. and,
ODST I think supposed to go in there and stuff too. And
wasn't it on there already?
I thought we did Reach. And
We did Reach. I thought.
it was Reach and 1.
Okay.
I think.
I can't remember.
I vote Pokemon or Warcraft 3. Thank you, Pong.
Never played ODST. I played the main games, and I've played Reach.
I've played the multiplayer of like all of them, but I never played like the story.
I played the
on
campaign.
Most of them.
I played the shit ton out of all the campaigns because no online.
I've always been a very like I feel like more multiplayer-y kind of person as I grew up. Like I played with friends, and that's what I was doing. Where like at home I would just play, but even then I'd play with my sister sometimes, and we'd like play Donkey Kong Country like competitively against each other.
We would play 2 versus 1 multiplayer locally.
Were you on the 2 or the 1 side?
The 1.
Okay.
Hannah and I would play a lot of Nightfire.
007 Nightfire?
Yeah. We'd play a lot of Nightfire. We played Mario Party.
No. You're thinking of 007 Agent Under Fire.
No, I'm definitely thinking of Nightfire.
Are you sure? Not the Flying Man one?
No.
Okay. Damn. I remember playing that one a lot with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But those are the 2 games I can remember the most.
Nightfire had bots.
All right, last thing I have before
Never played.
we get into some questions from the chat is Christopher Eccleston is returning to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I saw that someone messaged us on Instagram, and he's going to be joining in with the audio drama stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is crazy because he's been gone from Doctor Who for a long time because of a falling out that they had. And
Yeah.
He did not get along with people at the BBC, I hear.
Mhm.
So him reprising his role for audio dramas, I mean, maybe could open doors for some future Doctor Who-y things to happen. You know,
that would be great.
I mean, originally with some of the stuff, they plan on him being involved in like a big crossover-y thing, but because he didn't want to come back, they had to make some changes and alter a character. You know, so.
I mean, I absolutely loved the 50th anniversary that we watched. What is that? Night of the
Day
of the Doctor.
The Day of the Doctor. Yeah.
There was a little tiny bit of like a sadness of being like, oh, he's not here.
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
he was, you know.
But, you know, I understand, like, if you have those kind of differences, you can't just swallow it sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. But it'd be interesting to see if anything happens differently with that. It'd be great. But
was he before you guys started reacting?
He's the first Doctor of the new Who stuff.
The new era.
So whenever Who came back in 2005,
2005.
something
He
like
had
that.
one season.
He had one season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which they used him because he was like more known and whatnot at the time, and they're like, well, we'll get him hopefully to bring people back in. They used, what's Rose Tyler's real name? Billy Piper.
Billy.
They used her because she was kind of like a pop star in the UK somewhat-ish, I think, and it was just trying to like get it going. They didn't have a huge budget, you could tell. Budget increased as they went along, so
Yeah.
they kind of like got the best they could to kind of hopefully jumpstart it and bring it back in. And it's weird because like as I watched it my first time, like watching through, I'm like, but once you get to the end of that first season, I started being like, man, you know what? I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
And then he was done, and they went on to someone else, you know. But
it's like you don't know what you have until you lose it, kind of thing. And
yeah,
definitely felt that the first time I watched it.
Then we
through.
got David, so
yeah, I know. You can't be all sad.
Yeah. I mean, I when I was watching through originally, I stopped watching when I knew I was getting close to him leaving. I'm like, I don't want to have it happen. I don't want to go to Matt Smith.
Yeah, same for me.
Looks like a burn victim, as Eric would say.
This is the second time that's come up in this podcast.
But no. My watch through with the guys though, like, I have an appreciation for I think all of them. Like, I like Matt Smith a lot more than what I used to, you know, and Chris Eccleston I like, and David Tennant. They all do really good jobs. And Peter Capaldi's great.
So
and then
fucking good.
I don't know. Well, I'll see how Jodie does. Like, Jodie's not up there with the rest of them for me yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
She's coming back next time, though, right?
I mean, they haven't had her start regenerating yet, so
yeah.
As far as I know,
unless it's
I'm caught up with everyone else now. So
yeah, unless it's a crazy
so.
thing where the next season of Doctor Who is a prequel or something.
Well, I mean, they could have like a holiday special thing, and she starts regenerating during that or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's been holiday specials where that's when they change stuff. So
it would be crazy, like what we're doing with Clone Wars. If we went back through Doctor Who and watched chronological Doctor Who.
That'd be weird.
That would be crazy.
Whose chronological order, though?
Exactly.
It feels like a fool's errand.
What'd you call
like, you would have to go based on the...
Well, you should do it to what time period they go back to and do it that way.
Well, that's what I mean.
Maybe.
Like, the time in the year... The date in the universe, not like
dude, that would be
show.
You would have to split up episodes and watch like part of one episode here, and then it's like the rest of that episode would probably be like 50 things later.
Like
probably
not Picasso, Van Gogh, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you watch him when he's in the era of Van Gogh, and then do you watch later on when they go back, like, to,
you
they
just
go to the
wait
future
until
era
they
and stuff
come
like
back
that too? You know,
yeah.
like, what do you do?
You pause the episode.
We go the long
we'll
way
come back
round.
to this later, guys.
The chronological order will just be called the long way round, and that's what you watch.
You gotta enjoy Doctor Who the way time actually flows.
So that means you have to. Oh,
it would be so hard too, because like, you would just be getting different doctors and stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
And things flipping. It'd be terrible.
There's that one
I hate
episode
this
of
idea.
Capaldi where you'd have to watch like a second of the episode at a time.
Yeah,
I don't know how
it's
you
a terrible
do that.
idea. Whoever thought of this is stupid.
I just thought it would be interesting. I didn't say it would be good.
It's like it's a social experiment.
Yeah. Can you understand the story of Doctor Who if you watch it this way as opposed to how it was intended to be viewed?
Yeah. I don't know.
So, Aaron, I have a question for you.
Huh.
Now that you've beaten Dark Souls,
yeah,
where do you rank Dark Souls in like all-time difficult video games?
See, I don't know. I kind of talked about that a little bit during I think one of my streams, and really, it's higher, but I don't feel like it's higher than some of the games from my childhood.
I feel like if in a modern context, it's high.
Yeah.
But if you go all time, I don't think it makes the top 10%.
Like, I would probably rate it at like a 7 difficulty, you know? But like,
what's a 10 for you?
I never beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
It's a hard-ass video game.
I never beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I never beat Batman Forever. You know, like, these are some games from my childhood that I never beat. And I spent much longer, probably, than 54 hours playing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know.
Like Activision 2. Hard-ass video game.
That's part of the thing, too, is that games nowadays I feel like are too easy. And even the hardest of games isn't necessarily hard. I don't know. I mean, there's probably more games out there that are hard. Like, I have not played fucking Being the Hero. What's it called, Rick?
I want to be
here.
I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
Like that game?
Yeah.
That game's made to just be hard, and like you got to learn, and then eventually like you're going to learn and you're going to get through it. But it's
Getting
like
over it.
Yeah, getting over it. Like that game's made to just be hard, annoying, and look, you push yourself back, now you got to work forward again. You know, like
Cuphead was hard, but it saves. Like imagine Cuphead, but you use 9 lives and you have to start from the beginning. Like that's what games used to be.
True, and I think maybe that's part of it too. I think maybe nowadays a lot of people don't have. There's so many games. There's attention spans, you know, like, and then there's also the online thing.
Yeah.
So with all that kind of stuff, like, that's so many games. I feel like nowadays, if they're not open world where you spend hours and hours and hours and hours in them, they're like 8-hour games.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of
Definitely.
where you get as far as like how long people will spend on a game. And then it's like, okay, well, let's make an 8-hour game and have multiplayer. Or in some cases, let's make a 3 or 4-hour game and have multiplayer, you know? So.
And like the thing about Dark Souls is it doesn't even have difficulty levels. So like you can't. I mean, you can self-impose things on you to make it harder.
Sure.
Like not using the Black Knight weapons.
You can choose, you can choose what weapons you're going to use to fight with. You can choose what kind of armor you're going to be using. You can, you know, now once you beat it, apparently there's some different levels of New Game Plus that make it more difficult, but you're also already leveled up.
Yeah.
So it kind of has a scaling a little bit. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aaron's hardest game was Hint Hunt.
I definitely don't think it's the hardest game I've ever played, but I haven't done a lot of the New Game Plus stuff yet.
True.
So,
like, I feel like something that is maybe missing from modern gamers is just that feeling of satisfaction of overcoming the impossible.
Or you got stuck. There's no internet. We have to wait until your farmer parents drive to town. You can go somewhere to maybe find a strategy guide. Sometimes it's sealed. You got to open it up, look at it. They're not going to buy it for you. You got to find out what you got to do next. You close it. You get the fuck out of there.
Wait, is that why they were always fucking open? Were you one of those kids?
He was one of those kids.
Or there was a hotline you could call, like Nintendo, and be like, "Hey, I'm stuck on this place," and Super Mario Brothers, and they tell you what to do. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, thank you.
See, that's one of the things too, is that with the internet, nothing is hard anymore because there's always the answer's always there. You know?
Someone's already done it and made a walkthrough
Yeah.
video of it.
Well, even
like the puzzles and stuff like that.
Even like World of Warcraft, they have the public test servers where people are playing Shadowlands, like the next expansion already, and then when they have like the dungeons and the mythic bosses and all that kind of stuff, like they're playing it on there, and people are learning how to do it, and then they make videos, and then instead of a lot of guilds and people like playing it and trying to learn and get better with the mechanics, people are watching and they're being told what to do, and then they do what they're told to do, you know? And now that just makes it doesn't make it necessarily like easy, but it takes away that little level of like, well, I got to learn this while I play. So it's, I don't know, it's very different nowadays. So it's hard for me to gauge like in my lifetime what has been the hardest game I've played.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, I always like it when games have difficulty levels because I feel like you should still be able to experience the story and the characters even if you're not good at the game. So like it shouldn't lock people out of having that experience.
Sure.
But I just want there to be more like great achievements in gaming kind of thing, you know? Of like, man, you beat Battletoads? That's crazy.
There's just something about the access to information now, because like I'll get really hyped for a game that's coming out, and then like the week before I can actually play it, my like YouTube sub feed is just filled with like, 20 ways to make $1 million in this game, or like here's all the secrets that you need to be able to, all that kind of stuff. And then like half of their thumbnails like, oh, spoiler.
Watch the ending of the game.
Watch the ending. Here's the secret ending. Did you guys hear about this secret ending to Metal Gear Solid 5? That's Phantom Pain, right?
Yeah, it is. Rick hasn't played it yet. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
I haven't yet.
Well, there's this thing where if everybody that's playing on a server does a certain thing, a cutscene will play. Right? Like,
is that on the online segment of it then? Not the main game
it's
itself?
Something like that, yeah. But like, if everybody chooses to do some kind of like nuclear disarmament, on there, then that's the only way to get it. Now they data mined this a long time ago, but only just recently, like within the last month or two,
were they able to
server
actually...
was able to do it, because what would happen is they get close and then fucking trolls would nukes and they nuke up, But it was like for the first time ever was able to actually be done the way it was intended. So I thought it was pretty cool, like that discovered game content.
See, and that stuff's cool too, and that's the thing too, is data mining has done a lot of stuff where like there are no secrets
the
to be
Easter eggs
found
and
anymore
everything,
because so much of that is found through, well, I'm going to data mine it and see what secrets there are, and here, look at this, we didn't know this.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be more about the exploration and
I feel like the
finding it.
last one we'll ever have was the secret language in Fez. Because in that, like, there were forums of people trying to work it out together, and like they were able to come together and work out this thing before it was able to be data mined or stuff like that.
That's cool. I always like stuff that developers will put in, being like, there's like a, what is it, GTA 4 maybe? Like there's a certain part of a skyscraper that you should not be able to get, and people found a way to get there, and it says on the wall, you shouldn't be here, or something like that.
Yeah, and I love that kind of stuff. That stuff's great, you know? Like
a
that's a
legitimate
tongue-in-cheek
Easter
way
egg.
of being like, hey, we know you're doing something you shouldn't be doing to be here, you know? So, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tough question. It's a tough way to do that, but I hope, I don't know. The thing with like data mining stuff is almost like spoilers for a TV show, where like you go through and like, oh, here's the data mine, look at this stuff. Did you know you could do this? And like, well, did you know you could do that? It's like, well, no, I've read about it. I was like, well, why are you telling me now? Why didn't we discover that in the game? You know, like, it's so much fun to be able to explore a game and figure out what it's about and what happens and find new secrets, and you know, I don't know, it's a fun thing rather than knowing everything.
Yeah.
So.
All right. On that note, SW Plagueis says, Aaron, congrats on beating the tutorial. Ready to start playing Dark Souls now?
Yeah, I guess so. I think Dark Souls 1 is supposed to be the tutorial. Either that or the new game plus is the real game.
Oh, okay.
And what I just beat was the tutorial, so.
Gotcha.
But no, it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. The Paraf asks...
Hang on. Before we go into that, I had one more thing, too, that I haven't even talked to any of you guys yet about.
Okay.
Which,
You having another baby?
Well,
if he did, you really just fucking ruined that surprise.
kinda, yeah.
You buried the lead on that one.
I was going to wait to say on podcasts and stuff, but our family's growing. So.
Okay, I know you.
You know me?
I know Aaron Elliott.
Yep.
You choose what you say
just spilled
very
water on
carefully. So,
right.
I'm going to say one of my favorite things of the week was that, this is probably not related, but Aaron had to acknowledge my puppy this week. Because his, the regular babysitter, they couldn't do that for a Stargirl finale, and I was like, hell no, Melanie's not missing the Stargirl finale.
Yeah.
So Jancy watched his kids, and Obi the puppy was there, and I think to better help them, like the puppy's fine, he's not going to hurt you or anything, you actually had to pet the puppy and acknowledge that Obi existed, and he was so happy and remains happy to this day.
I don't think he cared.
He cared so
that were
much.
in the way, and he was like, oh,
He
look at
was
this.
so happy.
Yeah.
So anyway, my guess is that you're gonna have a puppy because your kids are like, we want puppies now.
We want puppies now?
Yeah.
Well, Leon has been asking.
Yeah.
Asking. He's been trying to help clean and stuff. He's been wanting an animal so much. And over the weekend, Melanie took a pregnancy test. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
No. So over the weekend, we were Ayla had her birthday, and we went to her parents where they have a pool, and we swam there and had a party and stuff there. And Leon made a friend that they had there. And
is it a
pet? And over the whole time, I'm like, no, we're not having any pets. I don't want any pets. We need to make sure the house is clean.
Yep.
They chew on things.
Yep.
I don't want stuff destroyed.
Yep.
All this kind of junk. I don't want any of it. And
I just got an image from Jancy that Obi has chewed his second charger.
It's crazy. Yeah, I hate it. I'm like, you guys don't pick up your controllers. You don't do this. You don't do that. Like, I don't want a mess of a house. There's already kids leaving a mess of the house. So, but Leon was like, he instead of swimming for like half the time, he sat and just pet this cat.
The cat.
Yes!
It's a cat.
I fucking knew it!
Dude, so many times we've had people at the farm be like, oh, this cat is so sweet. And like my dad would be like, you want him? I'll get a box. And it's like, you got him in the box before you even say no.
I sat there waiting for so long of this, and then Melanie just giving me these eyes.
Yeah.
And then Melanie's mom kept saying stuff, and then Melanie goes, well, you don't got to convince me, you got to convince him.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to not let him have this cat?
I know. Dude, I'm surprised Kanan's not allergic.
So, well, he is.
Yeah.
But Melanie says it's not whatever the one that the peanut allergy is. that kills him.
It's not
I'm like,
lethal?
I thought I was safe to never have to have a cat because Kanan's allergic to cats in some way or fashion.
One of the funniest things that
So-
Jancy told me after watching her kids was she was like, yeah, I'll watch them. You guys are right downstairs. It's going to be fine. And then before you guys left, Melanie asked Colson, like, hey, did you pack Kanan's EpiPen? And Jancy's like, what? What do I have to do? What do I do? You know,
Yeah.
it was funny.
Leon knows what to do with it,
Yeah.
but Melanie was worried with us being here just in case something happened.
Yeah.
She wanted to have it
Sure.
just in case. So
Yeah.
but no, so we did all that. We were getting everything loaded up and whatnot, and Leon just petting this cat
Yeah.
and stuff. And
What kind of cat, you know?
I don't know. It's fucking
Color?
gray.
Tabby?
They called it BG
BG.
because it was blue-eyed, gray-furred.
Oh, okay.
And then Leon accidentally changed his name to the cost of the cat, which is BJ. No. Okay.
The cost!
Oh, man.
He kept calling BJ. I don't even know what the cat's name
Continue saying this very sweet story.
is. This cat, they just called it. They have had so many animals and cats that
Yeah.
they gave up on names.
Yeah.
They have Thor 3.
Yeah.
You know, they call it T3. They
that's
have
what happens.
Blue. They have blue gray BG. That's it's like, so.
Dude, the Williamstown, like, City Hall just released a statement about their feral cat problem. Like, Williamstown is being taken over by cats right now. Thank God we got a river separating us.
Good.
Well,
There's a bridge
no,
though.
because at my house, there's like 3 cats.
There's
now.
like 5 cats out back now. The wave cave too.
There's a lot of cats on Washington Street.
Yeah.
They're crossing that bridge.
So
they crossed
We
the middle
loaded
of the
up the
night.
kids. Leon was coming to the car, and I said, "You ready?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you tell your grandparents bye?" He said, "Yeah." "Are you bringing your friend?" And he stopped and he looked at me. He goes,
Oh my God.
"What?" I was like, "Are you bringing your new friend?" He's like, "Am I allowed to?" It's like, "Did you ask your mom?" He goes,
Yeah.
And then he said, "Mom, can we take the cat?" And Melanie's like, "Huh?" So they're all like, whoa, and they were like stumbling around. Rob, my father-in-law, he just took off, went and grabbed something to put this cat in right away.
He's like,
meanwhile,
fuck it,
That's what you
I'm
do.
doing it.
Meanwhile, my mother-in-law was like, well, we'll bring it to you. We'll, we'll get some medicine for his ears because we think maybe he might have like ear mites or something like that. And we'll, make sure we have stuff for you, and we'll bring it later.
Yeah.
So they dropped it off like a day or two ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's named. I think they're naming it Bubble Gum. That's what the BG is
Bubble
going to
Gum.
stand for now.
Bubble Gum.
And they're going to call it Bubbles.
Bubbles.
But I'm not really sure.
Like the Powerpuff Girl.
I don't know. But we've cornered off an area in the house where it's like kind of staying in.
Okay.
But my kids, Leon and Colson, keep taking it in the bedroom and sleeping with it.
Yeah.
I open up the door.
Is it an affectionate cat or is it still kind of wild at all?
He's pretty tame.
Yeah.
Like he's kind
How
of
old is it? Do you know?
Like he was to the point where the mother was trying to wean it and it kept wanting to come and it's just like hiding so it doesn't try to like suck,
So like right around the 8-week mark, then
yeah, it's somewhere
8
around
weeks
there.
is usually that. Where you
somewhere
wanna do
around
it.
is when they get tired of him. Is like, just leave me alone.
So we have we have his animal. Yeah, I open the door to my kid's room and I see Leon sleeping, Colson sleeping, and at the foot of the bed the cat's just like
Yep.
just staring at me. I was like, damn it. All right. So I shut the door.
I mean, it's a relatively low effort pet. A dog is a lot more.
Yeah, I know.
You got to take care of. It's
Yeah.
just, is it a male or female?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know its name.
Are you going to be letting it outside or does it stay inside?
I'm not going to do anything with it.
Okay.
It's theirs.
Yeah.
What was nice was like,
If you're going to let it sit outside, you just definitely want to make sure you get
I
kind of
guess
medication
last
for it.
night Melanie put this bullshit. So it needs a litter box. And we don't have a litter box. Which Melanie texted me, hey, will you stop at Big Lots and get a litter box
Yeah,
and a
get a
pooper
litter box.
scooper and all this shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, all right, I guess I gotta go do this shit. But the solution they had for the time, use a litter box for the time being, was that this one box was too small. So yesterday, I go home to find all my Monster cans just tossed on the floor, and the Monster box is what's being used for my 30-pack as a litter box. I was like, so my shit's already just being tossed out for the cat. And she just was like, yep.
That's hilarious.
So
we need to get you that badass new like kitty litter thing where like anytime it detects poop in it, it like does this like thing.
It's an
and
automatic.
It vacuum seals it.
Vacuum seals it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It, like, vacuum seals it. You just grab that and throw it in the trash.
That sounds awesome.
I need one of those too. They're
That'd be
like
great.
You think
$800.
they'd make those for children?
I think they're called toilets.
I think that would kill them, Rick.
Vacuum seal the kid.
But anyway, last night Melanie like took that litter boxy thing into the kid's bedroom since they were sleeping with it. That way, if it needed to go potty, it had the litter box and hopefully would go there. And then this morning, I didn't know it was in there. And Colson, I saw him. He's like, "Oh, this is heavy." And I was like, "What?" And he's carrying it back to the cage. And I told Melanie, she goes, "Oh, well, I'm glad he's helping."
Yeah, that's good.
Meanwhile, the younger two have it in their bedroom.
Yeah.
I hear Candy be like, "Ayla, open the door." And she's like, "Hang on." Open the door because they keep the door shut so the cat can't just be running all over the damn place. They have it. I said, "Colson, were you sleeping in your bedroom with the cat last night?" He goes, "Yeah." It's like, "So how'd it get in Kane and Ayla's room?" She's like, "I don't know." And Leon's still asleep. Colson just woke up.
Yeah.
Kane or someone snuck in there, took the cat, took it in their room.
Gotcha. Do you have a picture of this cat?
I don't have any pictures of the cat, no.
All right.
Now,
maybe next week.
You might not know yet, but like Calvin, like your cats are, there are cats that are tree dwellers and ground dwellers. Like I've had 2 cats at my house. My first cat, Zelda, was a tree dweller, i.e., on top and climbing absolutely anything she could get on. And my second cat, Kitty, Asher, but Kitty, he was a ground dweller. He never went high.
Yeah.
Are your cats like that, or?
So Carmen's cat, Loki, he's definitely the tree dweller.
Yeah.
He likes being up high. He likes being where maybe the other 2 cats can't.
Like I would
him.
walk in my house and my cat's just like on top of my fridge. What are you doing up there? How?
Yeah, Loki likes getting on top of the fridge and pulling open the kitchen cabinets and walking through and spilling all kinds of things out. Nimue, she is is the Munchkin kitty. She can't jump quite as high, and she can't climb quite as well. So most of the time she stays pretty low. She likes being on like the couch and stuff like that, or like a blanket. She stays pretty low. And River, the new kitten, she is kind of in between. She goes high, but also she goes low.
This one
just depends who she can cuddle with.
This one keeps climbing its cage. Like I was trying
tree dweller, probably.
I was gonna open its door so the kids could like get it out and stuff.
Yeah.
And the cage my parents-in-laws brought is huge.
It's for a dog,
it's like the
right?
size of this desk.
I've got one like that
it's
too.
It's this huge thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, why is this cat's this big? Like it's so he like keeps climbing it. And I'm like, just hang on. And he's climbing it and I open the door, he's just hanging on while the door's swinging open.
Yeah.
And then he's like jumping on. There's like those like where our stuff is, like our notebooks and stuff, like those cubby areas, right? Well, they have those things that you can slide in and out of them. Well, with him being in the loft, they have all this stuff blocked off. Well, he jumped up and climbed on one of those boxes and was hanging on it, and I'm like, he's gonna fall off. He's like right by the railing. He's like, he's gonna fall off and die. I'm not helping.
Yeah.
So I went over and took him off, and I was like, damn, if this kitty dies, the kid's gonna be sad.
Well, if it
Worse
is
than if we had it. But the good news out of all this is that if things don't work out, I was given permission that it can go back to my parents-in-laws.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
So
you say it with such glee.
Well, I have a way out if I need it.
He's looking for a reason now.
Yeah, I got to go back to the farm.
That's fine.
So I have an out if I need to, if they don't take care of it and stuff. But they've been pretty good. Leon's like if it has an accident and pees on the carpet, Leon's been cleaning it up and stuff, and so.
Well, find out if it's male or female. And then
right.
possibly get it fixed.
I think
there's a huge
get
cat
it fixed
problem.
either way.
I think Melanie thinks it's a female.
Okay.
They've been
Fixed
calling it
either
a
way.
she, but
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gigi got fixed 3 times.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think.
So virile.
It keeps growing back.
Gigi recently, Maggie's been keeping him in a harness.
Yeah.
Because the goal is to take him on walks and
Gotcha.
Because he's
Cute.
He definitely likes the outdoors.
Yes.
And he's a huge cat. We had to get a Mancoon size harness for him.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's just gigantic. He just showed up at our house one day, and we took him in, and he was a normal sized cat. But he is
At the time.
He's not a normal sized cat now.
Yeah.
It's not like he's fat. He's just so big.
Yeah.
And he is also a tree dweller.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
a cat tower for him, and he's
Yeah.
like a dragon up there. Like a black dragon over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Zelda used to I'd be in a bath, and I would just see her jump from somewhere up into a windowsill above my bath, and then do that thing where they're like about ready to jump again, you know? I'm like, don't do it. You can't make it. And jump like way far, like on top of this thing, and shit's falling down. I'm like, get down. Why? And then he
Like,
just jumps out of the room.
Conditioners raining down on you.
Cats are such assholes, which is part of the reason why I hate them.
Dogs can be assholes.
Well, that
too.
will make for a fun dynamic, and your kids are going to cherish those memories.
So you can look out with Gigi, because Gigi is just chill. He'll let you do anything to him. He never does like anything bad. He never knocks stuff off or whatever. He's just like this big gentle giant. You can do whatever. Suki is very affectionate, but she has very clear and defined rules.
Yeah.
There's like no belly petting.
Gotcha.
You know, there's no like approaching her from behind.
Yeah.
Or, you know, those sort of
She walks
things.
up to you and says, "Pet me." Reach down and touch her with your eyes. It's a cat meme.
Oh. I don't. Is it new?
No.
I do the...
But it's not old.
With
so.
Obi, I do the Gandalf line all the time for Bilbo. Like, Obi, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you. Because he wants me to throw this thing, but don't take it.
Yeah.
Just throw
He won't give it to you.
So I don't know. Maybe if the kids take care of this and they do well, maybe we'll get a dog.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't know. We'll see. They did, in preparation, they went through and we took a bunch of like toys and stuff to like the Goodwill.
Yeah.
Just to,
Oh, yeah?
because I'm like, Melanie's like, should we sell? I'm like, I don't care about any. Get
Yeah.
rid of. Just get rid of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
It's easier to get rid of it and maybe help somebody else get
I
something
don't want
that's
to
a
try to
little
have
cheaper.
a yard sale right now.
Yeah.
People
Yard
just
sale
try to get
is
people
the
coming
worst
over.
idea right now.
You know, I'm not doing that.
The only redeeming part about it is it's outside.
Yeah, and I can get some money. There's two
I mean,
redeeming
you can
factors.
get a
I can
tax
also
receipt
die.
from Goodwill.
Huh?
Said you can get a tax receipt from Goodwill.
Yeah, you can get tax write-off stuff, but that's
Yeah.
it's also it's capped. You know, like
Yeah.
there's no limit on how much money I can get at a yard sale. There might be, but I never had the government ask.
Yeah.
There probably is. There's probably some kind of
At
taxation.
that point, it's
and-
called a flea market, Aaron.
Yeah. So, which I really want to go to the flea market and look for more rock band instruments, but I don't
Yeah.
want to go right now.
No,
I've been
yeah.
wanting- I've been
I
wanting
don't
to go.
know.
I don't blame you.
Definitely not there.
That is the exact sort of people in this area.
That will refuse to wear masks because they're not going to be muzzled by the man.
Yeah.
Like the bikers.
They're rebellious.
Yeah, Sturgis,
Oh my gosh.
Smash Mouth.
I was disappointed to hear about that a little bit.
You can't be disappointed anymore. I'm long past the being able to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just
so-
expect.
Anyway, that was my other thing that I was holding on to for the week that happened.
Aaron, I love that so much.
Also, just my favorite television show of all time ended today.
It's not my favorite thing of the week. It's one of my worst.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's
sad.
important.
It was great. Great
It's
episode.
an important thing to mention.
We'll have the reactions out as soon as possible, but they'll probably
Yeah.
be a little later just because it was a lot of talking, a lot of emotions and stuff. So we'll get those out as soon as we can. And there will be 2 episodes, 2 reactions for one episode and then the next one because they are part 1, part 2. So
Yeah, I saw on the schedule like how long it was supposed to take.
Yeah.
I just laughed.
Yeah.
Like, ha! There's no way.
yeah.
I'm going to do some IQs.
Yep.
Should have named him Maul and have him like come fight Obi.
Could do that.
Cat's Maul stuff, right?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no control of the name. I think it's Bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
I'm like, it's great. It's not even like a pink color or something.
Every time I've ever seen a cat and a dog fight, the cat always wins.
Oh, yeah. The dog just wants to be friends. The cat's like, hey, motherfucker, we got to establish a pecking order. All right. Now you may sniff. Now I will sleep upon you.
Your bit is mine.
Yeah. I just know you're going to get those pictures from Aaron that are like, you know, like my dad didn't want a cat or my dad didn't want a new puppy. And it's
No,
always
we're
a picture
gonna be getting
of, like,
them from
like,
Melanie.
snuggling.
What's gonna happen is the cat's gonna love me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be so pissed.
Because it's gonna want your approval and your love, and you're not gonna give it, and it's gonna strive for it.
Aaron's going to be knitting a sweater this Christmas.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm gonna be trying to stream, and it's gonna just jump on my chair. Like,
Yeah.
get out!
Well, that's the most surprising news of the entire week.
Yeah.
Definitely for me.
And I'm
yeah.
so glad that, I guess, right, when you said that, like, that motherfucker, I know what he's trying to do.
Cat already ruined it.
It's like,
I'm sorry. That's just.
Melanie was like,
I said it as a joke.
Melanie's like, Aaron, you should like put it on your Instagram and like have like, you know how you can slide through different pictures. Have the first one be like, our family's expanding or whatever, and it's just like text or whatever,
Yeah.
and you swipe through and it shows something else, and you swipe through and then it shows the cat.
Yeah.
That way it's like hidden there.
It was like one of my other favorite moments of the week where the end is here for Aaron's announcement on his Dark Souls for Monday.
Oh yeah, man, people love that.
Yeah.
So we do these announcement videos for YouTube when we go live on Twitch, and Aaron put "the end is here," and nothing else, nothing about Dark Souls, nothing about Twitch, and there were just so many comments of people being like, "You guys are gone, and you only gave a 15-second video."
It's so silly.
People comment before watching it.
The same people who
deserve to
commented
get
on the
trolled.
last podcast as well.
Yeah, exactly. They were so mad.
So yeah, that was a funny little moment
Yeah.
too. I had some people popping in chat like, "Aaron, I thought Bumble was ending. I'm so glad it's not." I was like, "What? No, I'm just finishing a game."
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Well,
it had a lot of views though
Yeah.
for an announcement for a stream.
Yeah. Thank God we don't have a stock.
Right?
Stock just plummets.
We're not publicly traded.
Honestly, I mean, we've kind of dealt with it the last couple of weeks, but this week was the week in which we are completely clear of copyright strikes.
Yeah.
When we came back last week, we still had 2 on the channel when we were uploading, but throughout the week, with the second and third were all cleared. So, it's just still a thing in the back of my head. I'm like, what if we get 1? What if we get 2? Now I'm like, what if we get 3?
What if we get 3?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that ate up most of the question time.
Yep.
Let's get to the important ones. Is Aaron wearing pants?
Well, we'll
Cargo
find out
shorts.
after you exercise, I guess.
It's true.
Fuck, what's it called? What's the cop show we watched? Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah. Cargo shorts.
No, he was wearing like a Speedo. Remember?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Peralta.
Yeah. He was in the records room. He like stood up. He was like wearing like
yeah.
a
No, I
Speedo.
was talking about the date they had.
Yeah, that one
And he's
too.
wearing like a suit, like tux thing, but then just cargo shorts.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Speedo one.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be better. A no strike dad.
Dark Saint Discord asks, when will we get We Must Go Deeper? So much fun to watch.
That was
Well,
a lot of fun last week.
It was fun. I think tomorrow we're doing Fall Guys.
We're going to try.
We're gonna try that out. Hopefully servers are gonna be good and working, and then we'll go from there and see what's next. But we may do more of the going deeper game maybe next week.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
So we'll see. We'll see how things work between tomorrow and what we should do the next week.
All right, let's get to redemptions and donations.
Alrighty.
That's all the time we have left. Time flies when you're talking about cats. Yes. There might have been a funnier way to say that I just thought of. There's no going back now. All right. We have quite a few. So let's start with Star Kitty, who subscribed for 18 months.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen.
The Paraf gifted 10 subs.
Whoa, 10
Thank
subs.
you,
Thank you.
Very
Ryan
generous.
Whittleson, 23 months, sub hype, spending my day off with Blind Wave.
Hey, Ryan.
One more month, and it's 2 years.
Congrats.
Jim
One more.
Rink, 3 months. Thanks, guys, for the amazing content, making the last 4 months waiting to go back to work more bearable.
Oh,
Thank you.
Cray Aris, resubscribed for 15 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Imogen, resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Imogen.
Hilding, 200 bits. Wow, look at that. It's the weekly loving.
Hilding.
Thank you.
Loving.
Star Wars Plagueis, resubscribed for 9 months. Blind Wave Baby. Who's this?
baby.
Blind Wave Baby.
Phenom Taker, 38 months. Do I hear a sub train?
38. Wow.
38 months. Light, gifted a tier 1 sub.
Thank you, Light.
Thank you.
Brandon, cheer 200 bits. Happy belated birthday, Rick. Hope you guys are well. Thank you very much. I get this shirt for my birthday.
Yay! It's a
Great shirt.
It's a good shirt.
Happy birthday.
Definitely fits Rick.
That's
It's a medium.
It's one of the most true things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it just doesn't mention about being lost.
It happens a lot. Oh,
Well, you can't get
another
lost
One
inside.
of my favorite things. I don't even remember what it was for, but I got lost going to the closet.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, whatever's going on, he's like, "Hang on," and he went running down the hallway.
We were
I don't know,
filming.
yeah, you weren't there, Calvin.
Yeah, he wasn't there. We were filming something.
Yeah, and he ran down, and then like you go down the hall, and at the end of the hall there's a door, or you go right and there's a door for the bathroom, which goes to the big closet. And I just heard him run off, and then I looked back because I heard noise, and he comes running from the far end of the hallway through where the old weight room was, and I just see him. He comes in, heads in the bathroom, goes, "I got lost."
Yep.
He goes into the
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, you I don't understand. I don't understand at all.
Maggie got me this shirt. Yeah, that was a good time. Chris Fizz with 100 bits.
Thank you, Chris.
Aramaic for 34 months, closing in on 3 years, which is incredible.
Man,
Wow,
thank
3
you so
years.
much, Aramaic.
Thank you.
It's almost 35.
And he'll be happy to hear that I've been strongly considering starting Tales of Vesperia, which he got me a while ago.
There you go.
Tori cheered 150 bits. Hi, hope everyone's having a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Doing well.
Great day.
Irish Nexus, 19 months. 19 months, baby!
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Irish
you.
Nexus.
Chris Fizz, 100 bits. I love Candyland. It's the best game ever.
Aw.
Oh, Rick, I didn't know. We can get you some more stuff.
I mean, that's what Chris is saying. Those are Chris's words. Sabo Tower cheered 10 bits.
Thank you, Sabo Tower.
Crimson, 10 bits. Rick, I hope you had an amazing birthday. It was good. Had pancakes for breakfast.
Ooh.
It's a good way to start.
Did you have cake for dinner?
Then I had to come in and work.
No
It was
cake.
a good time.
Should have gotten cake. Why did you give him cake?
I had a cake.
Pancakes don't count as cake.
I'm trying to think what cake is. Suck it to me.
Suck it to me, cake.
Suck it to me. Crimson 10 bits. Rick, I hope you had an amazing birthday. Might have read that one, but thank you. Alicia, 5 bits.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you.
Patrick Bro, 100 bits.
Thank you, Patrick.
Bro.
Gustavo Bruno, 21 months, and The Frenzy, 36 months, saying 3 years already. Time really flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Gustavo.
Thank you guys.
Gustavo.
Wargaria, 7 months. Woo, 7 months.
Thank you.
Woo.
Garrick Loran, 36 months.
Thank you, Garrick Loran.
Thank you, Garrick.
Aaron, 25 months.
I'm welcome.
Thank you, Aaron.
Crimson Zero, 17 months.
Thank you, Crimson.
G. Paul, 12 months. Whiplash. Put that on the polls. I think we have before. It's never done very well. It's a shame because I really want to watch it. Chinrod, subscribe for the first time.
Thank you for the first subscription.
BP Fletcher, 14 months. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Smith for Live, resubscribe for 3 months.
Thank you, Smith.
Ruben the Destroyer, 3 months.
Ruben the Destroyer.
ZD, 21 months.
ZD, thank you.
Thank you, ZD.
Thaddeus J. Spider, 14 months. If you guys were a boy band, what trope would you be? I.e., bad boy, cute boy, big brother?
Sexy.
I mean, they all are.
No.
They
They're
have
not.
to be.
Host Club.
Okay, that's good.
That would be pretty good. We're all butlers.
Wait, don't we all have to be a different one? Right?
No, this isn't Spice Girls.
I'll be the sexy one.
Well, no, but like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, they all had like, here was the cute one.
I don't
want
wanna be the fat one.
Here was, well,
Joey's name was Fatone. Fat one.
Joey Fat One. I don't know. Out of all of us, I don't want to. Do I have to be the bad boy? I'm trying to think of who must be the bad boy.
You can be Baby Aaron.
Baby, I don't know. I'm not even.
You're
no.
the baby one.
Give me sporty or something. Posh.
Ginger.
I'd take Ginger.
No, I know you will.
I would
Okay,
take
let's
that.
continue.
Call to Robin, 14 months. I was playing Fall Guys and almost forgot about the podcast.
We're going to be playing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, Calder Robin.
We'll be playing on Steam as well.
Yes, Steam.
Lovely Toaster, subscribe for the first time.
Thank you,
Thank
lovely
you, Toaster.
When are they remaking that as a live action?
What, the Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah.
As a live action?
I don't know.
Wait, it's still animated, but realistic animated. Like,
Yeah.
that really looks like a toaster.
Yeah,
As long
like
as they
No,
get the
it's
original
like,
author, I'm on board.
It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Crimson, 10 bits. I watched Robin Hood Men in Tights last Saturday and loved it. Just a bunch of guys in green tights singing and dancing. It was great. Never seen it.
We're manly men.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is amazing.
Yep.
Got the Medal of Freedom.
Yep. It's a
Well
great movie.
deserved.
A lot of fun.
The Pyref, resubscribe for 3 months.
Thank you, Pyref.
Thank you, Pyref.
Also,
Pyref.
there is no cross-platform from what I've seen for Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
So you have to have it on Steam.
No crossplay.
There's also no guarantee that you can play now because it's only a 4-person party. But if you queue when we're queuing, we might get in the same match.
It's possible.
But you can't see names, so there's no way of knowing that either because they make everyone's names Fall Guys 1978, Fall Guys 2014. It's terrible.
Seems like a strange.
Is that a
design
feature that
decision.
they're going to add someday?
I don't know. It's
Or is
weird.
this? No, you know what this probably is? It's another one of those fake, massively multiplayer games where they say, "Oh yeah, you're joining other
They're
people in
all
the
AIs.
lobby," but they're all AIs.
It could be that, but it could also just be because the servers were so on fire, they needed to cut the call to get the username.
Maybe.
You know, they were just trying to cut everything they can.
Maybe, I don't know. That seems like such a small like API call though, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why they did it. I played it once and the names were fine, and they took it off after the stream. All the servers went down. So maybe it would be crazy if, like, hey, you know what? You're playing on our servers, but they're all AIs. That way, that's how the servers are up and working.
I-
It would be funny.
Says, people were abusing names, so they disabled them.
Abusing names.
Probably just putting.
But I
bad
figure,
shit.
well, why not just use the?
Why not just use the Steam username, which
Yeah,
are already cleared through
That's what
Steam?
it uses.
Yeah, the Steam or the Sony one, and that way it's on them to moderate or not you.
HTML names on Steam were too large or colored and broke the game.
Oh,
That makes more sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
That'd be pretty easy to take out, though.
Just be like,
Well, people were they were putting HTML code in their name.
I know, but that's pretty easy to detect for and strip out.
I don't know, Rick. Send him a tweet. Tell him you'll fix it.
Told me they fixed it.
Moochie resubscribed for 7 months.
Thank you, Mochi. Thank you. Is it Moochie or Mochi?
Moochie.
Mochi.
That's I know how to spell moo. That says moo, and then it says chi.
Okay.
Okay.
Cody L resubscribed for 20 months. Aaron, that's a sharp suit.
Oh.
And man, that Shield finale was a hell of a thing.
Hell of a thing.
Hell of a thing.
It's been a great
Hell
7
of a
years. Can't wait
thing.
to see the reaction. It would also be cool to see you and Eric take Calvin and Rick through the series sometime in the future.
No, it's ours.
Okay. I'm not welcome. Gatekeepers. Golly Jr. resubscribed for 7 months.
Thank you, Golly.
Thank you.
You know, Eric, I'm curious. Would you rather them watch Shield or Lost?
Oh.
Like, I know we already have Shield on the channel. We don't have Lost on the channel. But if they were only going to watch one or the other, unrelated to the reaction, would you rather them watch Lost or Shield?
Oh. What a question.
I don't know.
Next question.
Shield is my personal favorite show, but Lost is such an important milestone in television history. This is the first show in HD.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lost beats out Fringe, right?
I'll make lists.
He hates ranking things.
All right.
Grease Gorilla resubscribed for 20 months. Happy 20 months, Blind Wave crew.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve James, 19 months. 19 months already. Can't believe it's been over a year. It's been a year and a half.
Over a year and a half. Yeah, thank you.
Chris Fizz, 100 bits. Aaron, congrats on doing your 6x6 Rubik's Cube. I was the one who asked about it last time.
6x6. Oh, the dodecahedron thing. Yes.
You've been working
Chris?
on that.
Was it Chris?
Chris.
Yeah. Yes, I did it. I on my stream, because someone was on my stream, and I guess it was him.
Gotcha.
Because I had it posted on my Instagram, and behind me on my PC, because my camera's over here, it was mixed up because I was messing with it more. So I made sure I fixed it and put it back there. So whenever I had my stream, I was like, hey, whoever was calling me out, look, it's fixed. I can do it, see? But I don't think he was there at the time, so.
Wayne, resubscribed for 12 months.
Thank you.
Who?
Thank you.
Crimson,
Oh,
40
Wayne.
bits. I named my dogs after Kingdom Hearts, Game of Thrones, and a Disney movie. Do we want to guess
nice.
what those are? I assume Sora.
Probably Sora.
The name-
Arya.
The names are after what?
Kingdom Hearts,
Mm-hmm.
Game of
Thrones.
and a Disney movie. So I'm going to go with Sora, I'm going to go with Simba, and I'm going to go with Sansa. They're all S's.
Riku. I think Riku's a good one. And
'Kay.
then Aladdin.
Timon.
Yeah, because that's a Disney movie. Aladdin. You don't want to do The Little Mermaid. It'd be Ariel, right? So Aladdin or Pocahontas. Aladdin. I'm going to go with Aladdin, Riku, and I forgot what the other one was. So.
All right.
Sora, Alistair Thorne, and Jafar.
Alistair Thorne.
For the watch.
Snow.
Crimson says it's Axel, Maisie, and Stitch.
Ah. Well, that's an actor's name.
I don't know who Axel is. Was he in the first one?
No.
Okay, that's why I don't know.
He's not.
Dip, 100 bits. You should play one of the Telltale game, Aaron, for 7 weeks. You could stop QT the end of 7 week and never come back to it. Right, Eric?
Oh, hey, it was more than one game.
You were in the middle of one of them, weren't you? Whenever the quarantine and stuff happened?
Yep.
Eric, the internet has chosen for you. 53% said Shield, 29% said Fringe, and 19% said Lost.
Huh.
So Lost got the lowest?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I also did a poll a little earlier as to who in chat
kids.
watched The Prince of Bel-Air while it aired, and 51% said no.
They had not.
Well, yeah.
But not when it aired. Maybe they watched it otherwise, Rick. Maybe you should have worded it differently.
I was most curious about when it aired, though.
Oh, okay.
When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend who I always went over to her house, and we would go downstairs because they had a finished basement.
Nice.
And just the time of night it always was. Anytime we fooled around, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air just happened to be on the television. So I associate making out with the Fresh Prince.
All right.
It's like you get a hard on when you hear the music. Bonk.
The Pirate.
Bonk, bonk.
Stop. 500 bits. Rick, if you were in the One Piece universe, what would you name your crew? I don't know.
Wave Riders.
The Wave Riders?
Yep.
That's the name of the boat. The SS
Yes.
Wave Rider. The name of the crew. Wave Squad.
The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. All right.
There it is.
Okay.
We're vampires.
Lost. He's the captain.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than...
Josh, resubscribe for 6 months. 6 months up, Wave Squad.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey,
Thank you.
Wave Squad.
My Josh. Yeah, talking about Wave Squad.
And the Pyraf gifted 5 subs.
Thank you.
Finally, Diggus Bickus resubscribed for 19 months.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Diggus.
Thank you, Diggus.
Bickus.
All right, let's see what we got. For redemptions.
Well,
There's a couple.
there's several.
Mm-hmm.
So I have squats from Pong that say, for Aaron to know if there's pants. Chris Fizz gave me the 5 squats that I needed for Dark Souls because they gave me no squats when I finished.
Oh.
Calvin has squats. Throughout the years, you're the only one I haven't made do butt work. My apologies. Here you are.
Is that for me?
That's for Calvin.
Huh.
From Golly Jr. Push-ups
Golly.
from Steve James, says Eric, because he had no exercise last week.
Ah, man, it's a bingo card, though.
Steve James squats. Eric, just trying to help, bud.
Squats and push-ups?
Steve James sit-ups. Eric, I got you, Eric.
The trifecta.
Steve James push-ups. The cooldown time takes too long, but for Eric.
All right.
Squats, Eric, just a few more. Sit-ups, Eric, not for Eric this time, but I want to see Aaron working out in his suit. So I have sit-ups. in
Man,
my
I don't know
suit.
what you did to Steve James, Eric, but
Steve
good
James
Lord.
says more squats for the big man, Eric. Last push-ups for Eric. All right, last squats for Eric. So Eric's squats are 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. And then you have 1, 2, 20 sit-ups and 10, 20 push-ups.
Okay.
So 40, 20, 20.
Okay.
So Dip is all, damn, you guys leave that poor guy alone. But I'm pretty sure he piled it on for a number of times when I've had many.
60
Sometimes
squats.
undeservedly.
Yeah, he did nothing last time but eat cookies.
All right, well, I
Which I don't blame
will
him. I would have.
take some more questions while all this is happening. Preferably ones that I can answer. Disaster Artist win. Disaster Artist could be a fun reaction as well.
Disaster Artist would be a fun reaction.
I've obviously seen it and read the book and listened to the audio version because I love me the room. Let's see. We talked about the Star Wars Holiday Special before.
Yep.
So Calvin, did I show you Ben and Arthur?
And
what are your thoughts on it?
I don't remember watching it,
Okay.
but I may have blocked it from memory.
Yeah, so that's The Room, but with no budget, and it's a gay couple instead of heterosexual.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I do remember Neil Breen. So you may have shown like Lessa and Maggie, but
Which
not me.
you were smashed when we watched Neil Breen. I'm surprised you remember.
Everyone was smashed when we watched Neil Breen.
Except for Maggie, who was my designated driver. And she's never forgiven me.
You really have to be.
40? You had 40, I think, yeah. I had 60.
You got 20 and everything else?
20 sit-ups, 20 push-ups.
Rick, are you caught
tilt
up
your
in
camera
the
down.
Berserk manga? I'm around chapter 230 currently. I'm not caught up. I always leave myself a little bit of time for like Dark Days. That's the same reason I haven't beaten Metal Gear Solid 5 yet. I never want to be at the end of the thing that I love, if I can help it.
10 more. He's got pants.
Going through some of these.
Pants
that
confirmed.
I can answer.
What color is the suit?
It's blue, guys.
Yo, Rick, give us an update on your journey through Persona 5 and One Piece. They're always fun to hear about. Also, Eric, what future game do you plan to stream after The Last of Us 2? Love to see you get punished and lose your mind over Bloodborne or Sekiro. Let's see. One Piece, I finished the Sky Island arc, and it was tremendous, and I loved seeing Okabe as a villain.
Okay.
Yes. Persona 5, let's see. I am on the second quest, and I just unlocked the dungeon. So, I'm just on the second dungeon. It's absolutely tremendous. I love it, love it, love it. I just bought my son a Switch for his birthday, which I can't play until then. Do you have a must-buy? He's an 8-year-old. Is this his first experience with gaming? If so, I think Unravel 2 is a really good one to be able to play with him. It's a him, right? I'm going to assume it. Yeah, his birthday. Unravel 2 is a really good co-op. Mario Kart 8 is very good because it has a number of things that can allow
Eric, you're fucking cheating.
the cart to like.
He's just doing a squat on his hands and knees and just lifting his head up.
Have that right knee.
the cart to drive itself. I think Smash Brothers is pretty good because you can play on a team,
Smash is fun.
or you can play against
You can
each
do the
other.
story in 2-player.
Depending on like how much he wants to actually be involved, Super Mario Odyssey could be good because it's pretty easy to play as the hat, although still essential.
Yeah.
Rayman Legend has a really good co-op, but once you get past the first world, those levels get pretty tough. So it depends on your patience level. Like, I have no problem playing hard games with Eevee, but Maggie cannot. She gets too frustrated.
Oh. You're supposed to have 30 push-ups and 10 sit-ups. I don't know what you did. What'd you do?
20 and 20.
Okay. Then I guess you're good.
All right, are we done with the exercises? Is that it?
I think so.
All right. That's going to be it for the Blown Away podcast. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Make sure to keep an eye out for that Shield reaction. That's going to be coming out as soon as we can get it out.
Everyone's asking about it.
Tomorrow, we are going to be streaming Fall Guys on Steam. So come back around for that. If you have it, try and get in on a server with us. If not, just watch the fun.
I'm just going to do some more squats for fun.
All right, do it, Eric. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Are we out yet?
No.
Stop. I want to think I'm still going.
Don't stop for nothing, Eric.
Dang it. Eric. This'll help.